It's 59. Skies are sunny at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen.
This just in. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
A burning apartment building is collapsing in Squirrel Hill. It is the result of a 4-alarm fire in progress now at the Jefferson Apartments in the 5600 block of Forward Avenue. This is near Murray Avenue. A source with the Bureau of Fire tells Marty Griffin the building was evacuated. Firefighters also left the building because the flames were out of control and there were concerns about the building's stability, which turned out to be true. A heavy dark smoke pouring from the collapsed roof right now, along with some flames. Police have closed the area to traffic and residents are asked to avoid the area. You can see live video streaming of this fire right now at KDKAradio.com. Are state lawmakers closer to reaching a budget? Well, News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado reports a leading Democrat is optimistic about progress being made in Harrisburg.
Senate Democratic leader Jay Costa says there have been a number of budget calls and meetings between lawmakers since last Wednesday.
There's now a sense of urgency that there hasn't been there before, particularly with our Republican colleagues. So I'm confident that we're closer than we've ever been, obviously, but I do think that the end is near, and hopefully, folks will be appreciative of what we're trying to put together.
He says they're not that far apart on what the overall spend will be. In helping things, the agreement that allows Philadelphia SEPTA to move about $400 million in capital spending to its operating budget to maintain service for 2 years. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
And in a related story, Pittsburgh Regional Transit is considering a similar waiver request. Senator Jay Costa told the Post-Gazette and KDKA Radio's Larry Richert this morning he is encouraging PRT to tap $140 million to fund operations for 2 years and prevent route cuts and fare increases. But PRT spokesperson Adam Brandoff also points out this is a stopgap measure that will not solve a looming $100 million operating deficit. Some taxpayers in the Seneca Valley School District turned out last night to oppose a $165 million renovation of the intermediate school. District leaders say they're considering an $11 million tax increase over the next 2 years to fund a project to improve what they say are outdated facilities in a fast-growing school district. But this woman differs.
Taxpayers have been footing the bills for years, adding to this school, that school, then this other school. You keep adding. It's never ending.
Seneca Valley has around 7,400 students, and the superintendent expects that number to go up. No decisions were made last night about the renovation proposal. It will be a while before we see any rainfall. Since August 1st, just under 2 inches of rain has fallen. Andrew Kinzel with the National Weather Service says the Pittsburgh area is now a quarter inch above normal rainfall for the year.
A little bit of a surplus, but we're seeing that drought come back. It's starting to feel almost like last year a little bit, where we had a really, really wet spring, and then we had a pretty bad drought there as we stretched dry months into the fall.
On the Big K Morning Show, Andrew said a pattern of high pressure will keep things dry for at least the next week. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is right now up 23 points at 45,538. The Nasdaq now down 1 point, and the S&P is down 3. KDKA Sports, the Pirates are starting a road trip tonight. They're playing the Orioles at Camden Yards. First pitch at 6:35. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. And by Need Part C. Open enrollment is fast approaching. Medicare plans change. NeedPartC.com can help. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:04. Time to call Goodrich and Geist. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist, Pittsburgh's personal injury attorneys. It's 59 and sunny in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
The KDKA Mobile News Fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
This September, join us in honoring the 40 heroes of Flight 93, the first defenders of America on September 11, 2001. Visit the award-winning Remember Me Rose Garden, a volunteer-led memorial just a quarter mile from the Flight 93 National Memorial. Walk among 3,000 roses and perennials, 1.5 acres of wildflowers and 50 flowering trees, a peaceful 13-acre place for remembrance and reflection. Free admission. Learn more at remembermerosegarden.org.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser Ellen. What's up? All right, Marty, lots of heavy traffic around this fire scene in Squirrel Hill. Of course, you want to avoid Forward and Murray Avenues and all the streets around those two streets. And of course, the Parkway East is impacted by the smoke that you are able to see from this fire, especially on the outbound side. 376 is slow before the Bates Street off-ramp as you try to make your way up to the Squirrel Hill tunnels. And now we have an accident in the backlog as you approach the outbound tunnels. This is just after the bend at Bates. It's in the left lane, and lots of emergency crews are on the scene there. Parkway East inbound slows at Edgewood Swissvale. We have an accident on Robinson Boulevard at Ewing Road and Stowe Township, and also one in Bethel Park on 100 Acres Drive near Corrigan Road. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine and nice this afternoon. We'll have a high of 75, then clear tonight, low 50. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high 77. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Larry Richard with Andy Amrine from EV True Value to talk about Sniper.
Sniper, that's your hospital-grade disinfectant, Larry. And yes, it's germ season. You need that bottle of Sniper, whether you want the travel size bottle that's TSA approved. You could put it in your purse, put it in your travel bag, take it with you. Or we got the quarts or the gallons for that big job on it. It's your true hospital-grade disinfectant, kills all germs.
Safe around kids and pets. Go to disinfectwithsniper.com or available at participating True Value hardware stores.
Have you been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer? You may qualify for a clinical trial studying an investigational therapy designed to activate your immune system to fight cancer throughout the body. If your prostate cancer has spread and you've received prior hormone therapy, you may be eligible. Take the next step in your fight. Visit Legion100trial.com to learn more or call 1-888-636-5344. That's Legion100trial.com or 1-888-636-5344.
All right, folks, here's how the call went out. Here you go.
Company, stand by for a Fire 2 dispatch. This is going to be for 221, reporting a red brick building at Ford Ave and Murray has smoke coming from the building. Again, attention in companies for a Fire 2 dispatch. Fire zone 221 for a red brick building at the intersection of Ford Ave and Murray with report of a smoke coming from the building. Responding companies will be 18 engine, 12 engine, 19 engine, 17 truck, 14 truck, battalion 3, 16 engine is the go team.
Big fire. Big fire. We have T on the scene. We also have Brett. Brett took some of the first video, which we are streaming right now. It's amazing stuff. Brett, thanks for hanging, man. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, so actively watching. We have multiple fire trucks on scene. Looks like they're doing about full blast fire hoses. I first saw the fire about 8:20 this morning when I looked out, and there was just blazes on top. But yeah, it's hard to tell now because there's so much smoke, but I still see active flames on the roof, and it does look like there's at least partial roof collapse. Obviously, from what I can see, I'm in an apartment building that's just a street over, looking out west, and there's lots of passerbys, obviously, watching, but also lots of, Pittsburgh police and fire department presence.
Hey, Brett, did you see folks running from that building?
I did not. I did not see anyone exiting. I have not seen anyone actively being treated by paramedics or anything like that.
Yes.
Yeah, earlier, though, I did see, there were firefighters walking around the building.
Yes.
So I think, hopefully it was evacuating time.
It
but
was.
I don't have any.
And the roof just collapsed. It's great video, brother. I can't thank you enough, my man. Appreciate you calling.
Okay, well, yeah, thanks for having me, and hopefully the video was good use.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. T is on the scene. T, this is a hell of a smoky fire right now. It looks like you're in a cave filled with smoke. It's so smoky.
It absolutely is, Marty. It's like smoke is filled. It is not under control. I just had a conversation with Kara Cruz, the PIO here. She basically said it is not under. They don't have this under wraps just yet. Partial wall collapse. All crews were pulled from the building. Dozens of residents, they say here, escaped, and others were rescued and removed. They said that they had to take firefighters had to take residents out in wheelchairs.
Whoa.
So at this particular time, it's a partial collapse. People here are upset. At this particular time, they're basically saying that their life is, they lost everything that they've ever had.
My goodness.
They put everything into this building. But as I'm standing here right now, I'm now in front of the building. I was recording live earlier from behind.
It was amazing.
But the fire is still burning,
Hey,
Marty.
T, how many stories?
Everyone here is still accounted for.
Count how many stories that is. I can't tell from the smoke.
It's 3 stories.
3 stories.
Three
And
stories.
is it an older building, T? It looks older.
It's that kind of, it's right off the Parkway, Marty. When you come off the Parkway, the building right to your right, it's kind of old. It's right. As soon as, because as I was coming in, I took videos on the Parkway where you could see the smoke billowing, so I knew I was very close. But as I was getting off the Squirrel Hill exit, the police had it blocked off. And as soon as you get off the exit, right to your right, that building there is the building that's completely engulfed in flames.
Well, T, you know this town, and you know Squirrel Hill. I'm guessing, and I'm just guessing, a lot of the residents you're seeing are probably older, I would guess, right?
That's correct. That's absolutely correct. That's why they had some residents were taken out in wheelchairs. They say, but everybody's accounted for. There are care crews said there were no injuries reported. They did a thorough check run through, and then they went back to make sure again. But the firefighters are actually fighting this from outside. They have their ladders. Billowing over, and the fire hoses is just kind of like drenching the building, Marty. It's incredible.
Hey,
it's absolutely incredible.
T, let me ask you a personal question, because it was a mess. How the hell did you get there so fast? Did you have to go back way, or what's the traffic like? Is it crazy?
It was crazy, but what I did was I kind of stayed in a right lane on the Parkway going through. And then the police officer, there was police coming up, so I kind of tailed behind them and swung around and got through and drove up over the hill, and then I came back down, and I was able to park behind the building. I took video behind the building, and then
I'm seeing it. We're watching it right now. It's amazing. It's amazing behind the building. I'm seeing it.
It's absolutely incredible. I mean, there was fire is still billowing from outside, from atop the building, Marty. It's crazy. All the windows are basically destroyed because, of course, the water from the hoses are basically busting out the windows. So you can hear the crashing sounds as I was standing there in the video of the fire hose just drenching the building. This is absolutely remarkable.
Hey, T,
but the fire department here, they're doing a fantastic job, Marty.
T, great reporting. Just call in, tell us if you see anything new. Great reporting. Appreciate the live stuff. Love it. Thanks, T.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
It's crazy. We're streaming it as we speak. It's a hell of a fire. It's a hell of a fire. To sum it up, though, partial collapse of the building. As we reported first, all the residents out. And as reported again, because of the structure collapse, all the firefighters are fighting it from the outside. There are electrical issues, there are water issues, but as T just reported, no injuries. Most of the residents elderly, which made it difficult, but they're okay, and that's a blessing. Of course, we will stay on top of this. Any new developments, we will let you know. But as of now, Parkway is a mess, big-time mess. 4-alarm fire, still burning. No reports of it spreading to other buildings at this time. Getting live updates from my sources, and firefighters reached out to the chief, heard live from Tamara. When we come back, you got to hear from the district attorney in Fayette County. Unbelievable new developments in that case of those poor children. Got to hear this. Awful. Great reporting from the scene by Tamara. The PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right. Well, all of the Parkway backups because of the smoke that folks are able to see from the fire compounded, Marty, on the outbound ride because we've had an accident. Now, the good news is here we can see with the PennDOT cameras this accident, which is right after you round the bend headed toward the Squirrel Hill tunnels. It's off on the right shoulder of the roadway, but we have a ton of crews on the scene with it, so lots of slowdowns there. They back you on the outbound ride. So 376 eastbound headed for the Squirrel Hill tunnels is stacking between the Forbes Avenue off-ramp and the the on-ramp that comes up from Bates Street, so it's kind of worse than most evening rush hours. You must leave extra travel time there. Please avoid the area of Forward and Murray Avenues in Squirrel Hill. You will expect heavy traffic, need to expect heavy traffic through the neighborhoods around that, but that's the scene of the fire we've been discussing now. Parkway East on the inbound ride is just a little slow at Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If Old Spice Deep Sea Super Hydration Body Wash were music, what would it sound like? Start with the deep sounds of Old Spice's ocean waves and kelp. Layer on the smooth, renewing moisture. You wouldn't hear any parabens or phthalates because Old Spice Deep Sea hasn't got any. But you would hear that vitamin B3 for healthier looking skin. So while your regular body wash sounds like this, Old Spice sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
So, NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. Massive. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry and Asari, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. For free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000. NASCO, 412-373-2000. Hey, are you turning 65 and exploring Medicare options? With over 50 Medicare plans available to you, it can be overwhelming. MediConnect is here to help. They want you to understand your options so you can choose the best plan for yourself. It's Medicare made simple with one call. Connect with MediConnect at no cost. Their top-rated experts are coming to your neighborhood with their New to Medicare seminar. You don't want to miss this. Call 888-818-6334 or visit MediConnectInsurance.com and click on the seminar tab. 2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home. So if there's a big issue involving someone needing help, this is a fact. You can ask them. I text Rob Pierce. I'm serious. From Robert Pierce and Associates. So, family that I knew was having issues with their loved one in a nursing home. Boom. Robert Pierce and Associates. Interviewed the family. Represented the family. Fought for what was right for one of their loved ones. That's what he does. They got it 40 years, man. They have investigators. They have people that take care of this stuff. They fight for the right thing. Of Ozempic, a lot of folks have had side effects, bad side effects. Robert Pierce and Associates. Rob Pierce is a warrior for consumers. Folks, he gives a damn. Big time. Robert Pierce and Associates. 412-279-7229. 412-279-7229. Robert Pierce and Associates.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Wow, we're staying on top of that fire. Meantime, shook up big time regarding this horrible story that still develops out of Fayette County. I got to say this, I've been at this a while. I've never seen a district attorney so engaged. I've never seen a district attorney so assertive with the information and so convinced that it's time to make a change and to do the right thing. And that's what Mike Aubel's been doing from Fayette County. Hey, Mike, thanks for joining us again. How are you,
yes,
sir?
Thanks for having me. Good, real good.
Stood in the kitchen last night with my wife and started crying, and it's tough. It's tough to wrap your arms around the horrors of this new charge. Please talk to us about these charges that involve the children and their teeth, sir, their teeth.
So, as part of our initial investigation, we removed 4 other children from the home, and our CYS sent them to Children's Hospital to be evaluated. That evaluation revealed some further abuse and neglect against other children. So we do have one child, a 6-year-old boy, that's in the hospital being treated, and we also noted some abuse and neglect against an 11-year-old. So that's unfortunately there was a lot going on in this house that we're alleging, and that's what led to further charges being filed yesterday.
Yeah, Mike, tell me about the teeth, though. What was going on with their teeth? What were they doing to these kids in terms of pulling their teeth?
We're not really sure if it was punishment or if it was to avoid medical professionals. But the information we received is that these children had their teeth pulled with a set of pliers, and I know that that's treatment that we're going forward. We were able to confirm that there was damage to these children's teeth.
God. Mike, that had to be horrific pain. If anyone's ever had a tooth pulled, and they didn't use any kind of painkiller, sir. Had to be horrific pain.
I can't imagine what these children went through in this house. I'm very thankful that we were able to get these kids out. I'm absolutely grateful that that the 7 or 6-year-old is receiving the best care possible right now.
How long had it been, because you told me something last night, how long had it been since anyone had seen those kids, sir, that you think at this time, according to your investigation?
It's hard to say. So, of course, we're obligated to have a meeting with children and youth and with all of the individuals and organizations that were part of this search on Wednesday and the criminal investigation on Thursday to talk about what went right, what went wrong. Now, as far as professionals, we're saying, the last time we can say definitively that these children saw any medical professional was July of 2024.
Wow.
And what we're alleging is that this was for a reason, that these children weren't being seen. They were being homeschooled, so they didn't have to see a counselor or teacher. They weren't being brought for medical visits, so they weren't. So we didn't see the condition of these children, and they weren't taken to the dentist, so the dentist couldn't see the condition of the children.
How about the other kids? Do you see signs of abuse on them, sir?
So I will. They are not being treated at the hospital. I'll put it that way.
I see.
The children are various ages, from 11 all the way down to 2. So a couple of the children, obviously, we're not going to be able to get any kind of statements from. But of course, this is still a very active investigation. We have a lot of things that we still have to gather as far as medical evidence, medical records. So all of that will be part of our prosecution.
District Attorney Mike Aubel. Hey, Mike, simple question, very complex answer. Why would they select, as it appears, 2 of the children to abuse the most, to starve to death, and to pull their teeth with pliers, sir? Why?
I think that's a question that we still need to definitively answer, but that is how it appears from what we've seen. That's how it appears. And, of course, I do want to say that these defendants are considered to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And we, of course, charges are just charges. We will move forward. We will have to present our case to a jury of these defendants' peers.
I also know, Mike, that you want people to know why. You also know how. You want to know how they slip through the cracks, don't you, sir?
I do. Based on what I've been told, CYS did not have involvement with these children. We did not get reports. And I find it hard to believe that over the course of the last 14 months that there weren't outside family members or friends that had contact with these children and could see what was going on, because what we've seen with these children was not something that happened quick. It was a long, systemic pattern of abuse.
I couldn't agree more. Didn't CYS have involvement in the last month, sir?
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
Of course, again, there are a lot of things that we will figure out in this meeting. We're obligated under Act 33 to have this meeting within a month of a child fatality. We will go over everything. We will identify anything that we can improve upon, identify what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully be able to take measures to prevent something like this from happening again. I have heard that this 11-year-old has been courageous. Is that a fair use of describing her courageous, sir? Oh, absolutely. She has provided us a lot of information regarding this case, an insight into what's going on in this house and what we're alleging the criminal conduct is. It's tremendous. She is extremely courageous. Mike Auble, you've done a hell of a job. You don't need me to affirm that, sir. The public needs to know, and you've made sure they did. And that, my friend, we're grateful for. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Tough case. But he's done a hell of a job. So to imagine an 11-year-old girl is the hero in this, a witness to this abuse. To imagine they pulled their teeth with pliers so they didn't have to go to a friggin' dentist. There is no place in hell that is hot enough for them to burn in. None.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
So we're sitting down, myself and my wife, with Julian Gray next week to talk about a couple things. So think about this, folks. If you have a kid going to college, do you have the power of attorney? No, I'm serious. If they're 18 now and they get hurt and they have to be hospitalized in college, you have the power of attorney so that when you call the hospital, they'll give you medical information. If you don't, you need to get it done. Seriously, it's $500. You got to get it done. It's important and it's viable. Very, very vital. 412-458-6000, grayouterlaw.com, grayouterlaw.com. Also, do you have an estate? When's the last time? So we're putting together a whole new estate plan. Our will was 25 years old. It just doesn't work anymore. So think about your kids going to college so that you can get their medical information if you need it, and think about estate planning. grayouterlaw.com, 412-458-6000. Julian Gray, the best.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 59, mostly sunny. At 10:30, I'm Paul Rasmussen. In Squirrel Hill, the roof of an apartment building has collapsed in a 4-alarm fire. Flames and heavy smoke have been coming from the roof of the Jefferson Apartments in the 5600 block of Forward Avenue near Murray Avenue. Now public safety is confirming all residents have been accounted for and there are no reported injuries. Public safety also says the fire at this point is not contained. Earlier, a source told Marty Griffin firefighters also left the building. That was due to concerns about the building's stability, and they have since been fighting the flames with ladder trucks. Heavy, dark smoke and some flames continue to pour from the building. You can watch live video from the scene at KDKARadio.com. Police have closed the area to traffic. Residents are asked to stay away. Both the Red Cross and Salvation Army are now on scene assisting displaced residents with their immediate needs. Governor Josh Shapiro has approved a $394 million funding shift to prevent SEPTA service cuts, and the question now is, will Pittsburgh Regional Transit seek the same opportunity? With that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Senator Jay Costa tells the Big K Morning Show that both PRT and SEPTA can ask the state for access to capital investment funds and use the money for operations.
They're only allowed to do that once every year, and that's what's happening in Philadelphia. So SEPTA Systems asked the Secretary of Transportation to allow them to use capital dollars for operating for this upcoming year.
Costa says the request for $140 million in capital funds will offset route reductions and fare increases for the next 18 months to 2 years. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 17 points at 45,498. The NASDAQ is right now up 4 points, and the S&P is up about 2. KDKA Radio News Time, 1031. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Hey folks, it's Marty. CCAC is the best. Whether you want to study robotics, cybersecurity, aviation, culinary arts, business management, or multimedia web programming, CCAC has it all. Folks, it's the real deal with expert instructors, industry-grade equipment, high-tech learning spaces, so much more. Want a big future with little debt? Register for fall classes right now. ccac.edu. Folks, I know friends who love it. ccac.edu.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah. Passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, my friend, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is a lot of smoke still able to be seen as folks are traveling the outbound Parkway east and headed for the Squirrel Hill tunnels with this multi-alarm structure fire in Squirrel Hill along Forward and Murray Avenues. You want to avoid that as you're traveling through the neighborhood, first of all. And if you're on the Parkway, the good news is an earlier accident in the backlog has been cleared. So now the delays just greet you as you approach the Greenfield Bridge overpass before the Squirrel Hill tunnels. But just watch for folks taking a look at what's going on around them. And we don't want another accident to occur in the backlog there. Parkway East inbound is slow for you between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. We continue to have an accident being cleared in Stowe Township on Robinson Boulevard at Ewing Road. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Nice and sunny with a high of 75 this afternoon, then clear with a low of 50 tonight. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high 77. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Life changes, and each year, so does Medicare. It's time to review and change your 2026 plans with annual enrollment coming next month. Once it passes, your options are limited. Do you need Part C? Act now. Free personalized Medicare plan comparisons. Pittsburgh-based. Need Part C. NeedPartC.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
All right, here we go. Tuesday. So much to get into. We'll get you started. 2 o'clock, 2 to 6. Colin Dunlap, KDK.
It's Marty. I don't know what to tell you about this stuff, folks. It crosses into horror movies. I have seen pictures of the 6-year-old boy, and I just I can't wrap my arms around this horrifying pain. So these two women systematically pulled their teeth with pliers. Pliers. No painkiller. So they didn't have to take him to the damn dentist. Starved him to death. They were treated like prisoners in a Nazi war camp. Seriously. Except there were children in a house in Fayette County. I had to grab Joan Mills. Best I've ever known. 30,000 cases. Knows this. 30 years in this business. I can't wrap my arms around. And you've seen these cases where the DA said they singled out these two kids. You've seen cases like that before without knowing why in this case. Historically, why does that happen, Joan?
Well, I mean, there's not always an answer to whys in these cases because these people are many times so out there for whatever reason. We have seen kids singled out because of who their father is. In large families, and if children have multiple fathers, sometimes they look like their father, and if they do, and there's a hatred or a history or whatever with that person, they take it out on the kids that look like that parent. And if the other kids look different, I mean, that's one thing we think. But it can be a multitude of other things. Maybe they acted differently. I don't know. There's no way you can figure it out, and you won't get the truth from them. No. And I don't believe they pulled their teeth because they didn't want to go to a dentist. That sounds bogus and I wouldn't buy that for a minute. That was caused to inflict pain and injury.
God, John.
I don't think they did it for the dentist issue. I doubt these people are regular dental people, and so I wouldn't go for that story.
Hold on. Where does someone have to go mentally to do that to a child, though? Where do they have to go, Joan? Huh?
Oh, I don't know, because I can't I never try to answer that in all my years, because I can't.
Well.
I can't figure out why they do what they do, and I just know that they cause either fatal damage or lifetime injury, and with no guilt, no anything.
You've seen kids beaten with hangers. You've seen kids burn with cigarettes. I mean, you've seen all this. At the end of the day, you're saying they don't feel remorse about pulling kids' teeth with pliers. They just don't, generally. Wow.
No. But, I mean, if they felt remorse when they did the one, they wouldn't have done another one.
That's the damn truth.
I mean, it's a wonder thing. But, again, there's no answer you can find that'll make sense to normal people.
Yeah.
So I never wasted my energy on that. What you have to focus on is making sure these kids are nurtured, which where they probably never were.
No.
Nurtured, cared for the rest of their lives as children. You have a dead child, you can't undo that.
No.
There's nothing you can do about that except pray for that child. But you can try to prevent more, and people have to be responsible for their neighbors more. We used to use the word nebby in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
And it was negative, but in the old days, as you know, the neighbors watched out for each other's kids, and they told your mother if you did something, but they also knew if you were in danger, or they were worried. We don't have that in our society now. We don't have people watching out for children. We don't have block parents.
No.
Remember what block parents were?
Oh, yeah.
They put a letter in the window of that home. The police checked the people in that home, and if they were deemed to be safe, they would put a letter in the home, a B, and that told that child, this is a safe house for you to come.
Hey, Joan.
If you're in danger.
Joan, so you heard the DA. No one had seen them for a year. Explain that to me.
But they don't know that for sure.
Yeah, but he's saying it looks like it. Explain that. How the hell that happens, my dear? How the hell's that happen?
Well, first of all, it's a rural community. It's not in the city.
Yeah.
It's much easier for that to happen in rural counties than it is in cities where people are living close together and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So but I don't believe that no one. I mean, we've had cases where the mailman could hear us crying, screaming. Could hear screaming children in the house, over and over and over.
Right.
Until finally he couldn't take it and he called the police.
Wow.
And he did. And so I just think there are people.
No, you're right.
And do you believe that no relative saw these children? Do you believe?
I believe that's a jacked up family, sister. I believe they all need to go to hell. That's what I believe. And burn slowly.
Well,
I believe. Hand me the friggin' pliers. Sorry. Go ahead, Joan.
But none of that will help.
It'll help me.
And that's why you have to kind of put your energy into making things better.
Oh, yeah.
And,
we are.
And working with people, and again, finding out what your judges are up to.
Yeah.
Finding out what CYS is up to.
No, you're right.
Volunteering and having a stronger role. All the anger can be vented towards doing some good work. Because people get very angry. And I've asked, where is the father or fathers of these children? Where was he on this when this was all happening? I don't know how fathers can walk away and I used to think, oh, my God, this father finds out what happened to this poor little girl. He's going to be wanting to kill somebody. Not that that's the right thing. Never happened. Nope, never happened. So you have to look at how people just don't care that much about children anymore. they're expendable. They're worth money in a certain extent, but they also seem to be more and more expendable. And we really have to change that.
Hey, and I know this is the toughest question to answer, and I probably ask you every time you're on. The 12-year-old has been described as so courageous, and the 6-year-old's still hospitalized. He's skin and bones. Can they be, and I'm going to use these words, can they be okay? Can they be fixed?
Can they be fixed is the famous question.
Yep.
I mean, they're never going to forget. Adults have a hard time when something's happened to them, an adult rape victim or an adult domestic violence victim. They have a hard time moving forward. These are little people. And if they've never known love and they've never known kindness, you can't fathom what it's like for them. And I've seen so many of those kids, we would give them a backpack full of stuff, and they thought they could only take one thing. Or they were so happy to get a toothbrush because they never owned a toothbrush, and they lived in Allegheny County. You don't understand these kids. So can they get better? Sure, they can get better if they get the right care, the right treatment, if they get some sort of tenderness and care. And that's the big ticket. Where are they going? Where are they going next?
No, it's...
So that's why I talked about CASA. That's why child advocates, are so important.
Please describe CASA again. This is so important. Please describe that to people again. I love this.
It's called Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and they have them in Fayette County. They have them in most of our counties now. And they are volunteers. If you get trained, you don't have to be a lawyer. You can be anything, a waitress. You can be anything, but you get training, and you volunteer, and you get given one case. And you get a court order that authorizes you to look at the records of that child, and you become an advocate, court-ordered advocate for that one child. And it's a help to the caseworkers most times. Sometimes they're kind of butt-in-skis, but that's too bad. But they help look over the details and decide what's really best for that child.
It's amazing. Joe Mills.
You can save lives.
Joe Mills, you have. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate you. It's amazing.
Sure.
Amazing. Joan of Arc. So I call her. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, what's up, Marty, is the outbound Parkway East continues to be quite heavy as you approach the Squirrel Hill tunnels because folks are able to see the smoke still emanating from this fire that is a structure fire still being battled by crews between Forward and Murray Avenues there. It's off to the left side as you approach the tunnel. So traffic is moving in 2 lanes. It's just doing so very slowly, backing at the Greenfield Bridge overpass. The inbound ride on the Parkway East only slows between between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. If you're traveling in East McKeesport Borough, heads up. Accident on 5th Avenue near Shakora Street. Crews are pulling up on the scene there. Accident in the final stages of clearing. This in Stowe Township on Robinson Boulevard near Ewing Road. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions. I am so excited to offer this back-to-school special on all draperies made right here in Pittsburgh. Several fabrics are up to 50% off, so call 724-933-5500 or book online for a free shop-at-home appointment. NestExpressions.com. We would love to meet you in our new gallery on Village Run Road in Wexford. NestExpressions.com.
Make 380 Auction to Murraysville your next stop for discounts and bargains. Trucks come in every week. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, fall mums, also tools, birdseed, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132 or log on to shop380.com and save.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Lewis from New York asks, I'd like to retire at the end of this year and have a financial plan that seems to agree. However, my spouse is very concerned given all the uncertainty in the markets. How can I help calm her nerves? Lewis, this is all about communication. If your wife isn't confident, I would sit her down and walk her through the numbers and the game plan. It sounds like you are working with a planner, so if that is the case, make sure to involve your wife in the conversations with the planner. If she can hear those numbers explained from somebody she trusts, it could make all the difference in the world.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, we offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Well, how many fathers out there, grandfathers, grandmothers, think about this case, that the reason why I'm staying on this, and we'll continue to do so, and why I'm so grateful for Joan and for the district attorney and for the others helping us behind the scenes, is that we can't just walk away. We do this for a living. We walk away from mass shootings, mass murders, major fires, because Monday goes to Tuesday, but Monday doesn't go to Tuesday. It just doesn't. Somewhere and somehow, some place, some person is beating the hell out of some innocent kid. The 8-year-old who was murdered. Think about it. She was starved. She was beaten. The witness is 11, by the way. Saw her sister punched in the face and kicked in the stomach. They put her in a friggin' bag, towed her to the river and dumped her. The 6-year-old, I have pictures of him, which we will not show his face, but you can see in the social, he's skin and bones. They starved him, this beautiful boy. He's beautiful. And they pulled his teeth with pliers, man. And I don't know whether they're trying to save from going to the dentist or they're just sick. I don't care. I don't think we can let go. I just don't think we're allowed to let go. Everybody wants to spin around and point at someone. The judge did it. Okay. Find out and tell me which judge and what we need to fix. The DA did it. No, that man's been on this. The cops did it. No. State police have been amazing. I got to be honest. CYS. Debatable. They're overwhelmed, flooded with cases. Joan said sometimes they had 50 cases. Think about it. It's very similar to what we see in hospitals. ICU nurses used to have 1 case. It's the truth. Now they have 4, sometimes 10. This is where we're at. So now their heads spinning. They got 50 kids getting their heads beaten in every day. They do. I blame the family. I blame the folks who still believe that rural America is Mayberry. It ain't. It's a safe place for heathens who want to hide their decrepit behavior. To imagine that, according to the DA, no one had seen them for a year. Okay, someone did. So you have an evil family covering up for 2 kids being starved to death. It was an inter-family adoption, which is disgusting as it's already. And no one raising questions about that, so I blame the judges and the system. You have enough time without anyone checking in. So, okay, maybe it's not CYS's fault once they're adopted, but who the hell allowed this adoption? Didn't anyone interview anyone? And what about the natural parents? They didn't give a flank whether their kids are being starved to death? They cry after the fact. Where the hell were they the last year? The people who are involved are the people who look in the mirror. That's my kid out there somewhere. Wonder how he's doing. That's my daughter out there. I wonder how she's doing. I know I'm fighting drugs, and I know but I got to check on her. I got to find out. I'm blaming on all of us for not checking on our neighbors or hearing a kid scream and giving a damn. And I think of the future of an 11-year-old girl who's now a hero, a subject of abuse herself, who's now a witness against her own dead sister and brother who's hospitalized. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Marty, reason I'm calling, what to talk about those children. I'm a former resident of of that area. Like, I live in Peters Township. I'm 77 years old.
Yes, sir.
You know, but if you knew that area, like I even grew up in that area, okay, it's a different lifestyle altogether. Like, if you want to take a road trip one of these days, because I tell you what, if you have some time, you know, for instance, if you drive down to Dunbar, you know, it's right off of 119 between Uniontown, Waukegan, and Carnesville, and you'd be amazed at stuff that you see there. Because there's a sister of mine with that, like she's a nurse that's retired, and the first job that she ever had.
My man, we're running out of time. How the hell's this happen, my man?
Well, that's part of this. Great society, like a Fayette County, like, you know, Fayette County, you know, with that, like, that's Vietnam is what the state police named that place. I know what is there.
Vietnam.
It's the lower part of Appalachia, like right in that area.
So that's it then. Forget it then. Let's just let the kids die. That's what happens out there.
No. But you have to find a way to change that society. I don't know how to do it, Marty.
I don't either. It's a hell of a call. You're a hell of a man. I talked to you forever, but I ran out of time. You nailed it, brother. How do you change that?
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstadt's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstadt's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstadt's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays, Hofstadt's. Oakmont, 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it. Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DiLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DiLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
Every day, younger women are diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer. And every day, a Glimmer of Hope Foundation is there, funding research, supporting patients, and providing hope right here in our Pittsburgh community. Since 1994, Glimmer of Hope has donated more than $7 million to local hospitals and research initiatives, thanks to the generosity of people like you. Help us support and celebrate Glimmer of Hope and attend our Handbag Happy Hour. This event is September 25th at Rival in Washington. Tickets are available at KDKAradio.com, Y108.com, and StarPittsburgh.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 66 and partly cloudy at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A destructive four-alarm fire at a Squirrel Hill apartment building has displaced dozens of residents who have all been accounted for after evacuating the burning building. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush is at the Jefferson Apartments in the 5600 block of Forward Avenue and joins us live. Tamira?
Yeah, that's right, Paul. Flames continue to burn here. A heavy smoke continues to billow from the roof here, Paul, at Jefferson Apartments, where one roof has already collapsed, and there are reports of an electrical fire that has started in the basement area. Resident Judy Ann was escorted from the building earlier in a wheelchair, and she says she was unable to save her cat.
The material stuff you can replace with my little kitty. She's only 7 pounds. She has to be scared to death. You can replace the material things, but not the people.
A spokesperson for public safety said that all personnel are safe and no residents are injured. The Salvation Army and the Red Cross are here and assisting as we speak. Reporting live in Squirrel Hill. Tamira Rush on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
Arnold's police chief has resigned after being charged with theft, evidence tampering, and obstruction. Josh Stanga allegedly took cash from a stolen vehicle during an undercover operation. Stagna was placed on administrative leave in August of last year, and now Rob Haas, who's been the officer in charge, will be named Arnold's new chief at today's council meeting. It'll be a while before we've seen any rainfall. Since August 1st, just under 2 inches of rain has fallen, and Andrew Kinzel with the National Weather Service says the Pittsburgh area is now a quarter inch above normal rainfall for the year.
A little bit of a surplus, but we're seeing that drought come back. It's starting to feel almost like last year a little bit, where we had a really, really wet spring, and then we had a pretty bad drought there as we stretched dry months into the fall.
On the Big K Morning Show, Andrew said a pattern of high pressure will keep things dry for at least the next week. A major crossover project will reach a turning point this week. PennDOT says the Route 51 crossover, sending northbound traffic into the southbound lanes, is in its final week. The plan is returning northbound traffic to its proper side of the road on Friday night. A French-inspired bistro is reopening next month in Lawrenceville. Poulet Bleu on Butler Street was closed for several years and will return on October 21st. The bistro will offer dinner service on Tuesday through Saturday nights from 5 to 10 p.m. Poulet Bleu first opened in 2018, but it was forced to close due to flooding from a burst pipe. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 62 points at 45,577. The Nasdaq down 13 points, and the S&P is down 1. In KDKA Sports, the NFL Network reports former Patriot safety Jabril Peppers is expected to sign with the Steelers. Details may be coming on that from Mike Tomlin during his weekly media conference at noon. And the Pirates are looking to end a 3-game losing streak when they play the Orioles tonight at Baltimore. Mike Burrows starts for the Bucs at 6:35. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 11:04. Time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873. Find out how the Inflation Reduction Act impacts your Medicare plan. 66, partly sunny in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series presented by University of Pittsburgh announces its 25-26 season at Heinz Hall. 7 events will broaden your perspective and deepen your understanding of the world around you. Featuring Dr. Anthony Fauci, Malcolm Gladwell, historian Doris Kearns-Goodwin, former Russian political prisoner Vladimir Kara-Murza, and geopolitical economist Pippa Malmgren. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Voss TV and Appliance has a huge selection of big brand names and prices you'll love. Third-generation family business. Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team provides meaningful service that actually serves. They answer phones, show up on time, and truly care about their customers. It's old-school service that matters, and you won't find it anywhere else. Visit Voss's South Hills showroom today. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Love them. The lowest prices guaranteed. Hey, it's Marty. Look, folks, you know fall is the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before this weather turns cold, and it will. If your windows are old and drafty, inefficient, you need new ones, come on, folks. Universal Windows Direct. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit, 0% financing for 3 years. That is amazing. And you get $500 off your entire home improvement project when you schedule. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is a couple of accidents being cleared. We'll get to those in just a moment, but obviously the story of the fire in Squirrel Hill is one that impacts traffic because as crews fight that fire, we have a lot of heavy smoke drifting through the neighborhood there right by the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and so you have a lot of heavy smoke coming across the road there, and certainly folks are looking to the left as they head outbound on the Parkway East to see what's going on there, so let's not have any accidents happen in that backlog. You'll find the slow traffic at times between the Greenfield Bridge overpass and the Squirrel Hill interchange as you make your way outbound there. We have an accident in the final stages of clearing Robinson Boulevard and Ewing Road in Stowe Township, and to the east in East McKeesport Borough. We have an accident also in the final stages, 5th Avenue near Chicora Street. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will stay sunny with a high of 75, then clear, low 50 tonight. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow. Sunny otherwise, high 77 tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You've probably seen it on local real estate shows or in the classifieds. A home is for sale, and the listing boasts about having a petite bathroom or a petite kitchen. Hi, this is Barry and Steve Ehrenrich.
It's gratifying and most humbling to know that long ago, the Petite brand became a status symbol in Western Pennsylvania. Whether you prefer a traditional or very contemporary design, upgrading your kitchen or bathroom the Petite way adds value and makes your home more desirable.
For over 50 years, we've helped thousands of satisfied customers make their kitchen or bathroom dreams come true. We invite you to visit our showroom at Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center or call us at 412-279-2222.
You'll see great ways to create the kitchen or bathroom that fits your taste, your lifestyle, and your pocketbook.
Haven't you waited long enough?
PA 625.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My friend Joan Mills, I've known her for, 25 years. She's unbelievable. 30,000 cases? Damn. I really did. I stood in the kitchen last night when I got the text that they pulled these, the teeth out of these kids with pliers, and I cried. I did. And at the end of the day, it's that image of these evil women who are supposed to be their adoptive mothers pulling their teeth with pliers. That's horrifying. That's friggin' Auschwitz stuff. Seriously. No hyperbole. Jesus, man. Play this clip, please. Listen to the DA.
So that's unfortunately there was a lot going on in this house that we're alleging, and that's what led to further charges being filed yesterday.
Yeah, Mike, tell me about the teeth, though. What was going on with their teeth? What were they doing to these kids in terms of pulling their teeth?
We're not really sure if it was punishment or if it was to avoid medical professionals. But the information we received is that these children had their teeth pulled with a set of pliers, and I know that that's treatment that we're going forward. We were able to confirm.
All right, thanks, Evan. One of my close friends, Phil DeLucente, has walked this walk with an insanely high-profile case. Carlina Freeman knows how this system works and doesn't, and joins me live. Phil, you're like myself. You've seen everything twice, but it doesn't matter, man.
No.
When you hear a little boy's teeth being pulled with pliers, you just want to punch a wall or make a difference or do something, don't you, sir?
There's no question. And we talk about CYF or, previous CYS.
Yes, sir. Yep.
We talk about these government agencies, and let me just start off by saying anyone who works in those agencies are as kind as can be.
That's right.
They're the type of people that work at the Peace Corps. They truly want to make a difference. Here's what I surmise from over 25 years in the law, 24 practicing law, and before that, just being in the legal arena.
Yeah.
There are too many people that need assistance, and it's part of our society and the families not staying intact, and
beautiful.
The deterioration of the family and, and people. And that's an apolitical view. That's just my view.
No, it's true.
From the standpoint, there's just not, and people will say, well, I don't want to spend any more money. There's so much money that's being thrown at it. And it's true. It's a huge part of the budget. But, what do we do as a society? Do we just let it happen, or do we get involved? Now, these are the most egregious cases that you just spoke of.
Well, the Carlina Freeman case, sexually abused by foster father, gave birth to a child, sir. Nothing more heinous, right?
There's nothing more heinous, and then, the DNA tests actually supported that, and CYF was made aware of it. I'm trying to put a push on, if you go to my Facebook page, for Carlina's law, so that 2-year window, or maybe even 6-month window, because the statute of limitations have lapsed, and when you got people that are minors, right?
Right.
And the statute of limitation lapses, that they can't bring it to civil court. But anyway,
hold on. No, let's not let that go. That's what happened to this poor girl, right?
Oh, what happened to her was just horrendous. And then there's, a hearing that takes place in front of the judge. The father then asked to go to the bathroom. He never comes back.
Wow.
And then she's just left out there for years, demoralized, having to raise a child on her own that was impregnated by her foster parent.
Oh.
And it's, it really, the house of horrors that you were speaking of earlier was the house of horrors that she had to deal with.
And this is my issue. It hadn't changed.
It hadn't changed.
God.
And that's why, I don't post like, okay, so I'm on the news at least once a week, sometimes twice a week.
Sure.
I don't post every single story, but I posted that story because she is so courageous.
Yep.
And I want our politicians, both Democrat and Republican, to be courageous and actually do something that makes it right for folks like Carlina.
And thousands of other kids, Phil.
Thousands of other kids, Marty. And, that's just in this state. You start to wonder, what goes on throughout the whole country. And, one thing that I'll tell you, practicing law too, and I just had this conversation with a bunch of police officers, we always think in our local community, like first time DUI, I'm going to get an ARD. Well, no, not necessarily.
Sure.
You change different counties, you change the facts and the law depending on the situs, meaning location of the law. So when these legislators are actually creating law, they have to really think about the millions and millions in 67 counties in the Commonwealth. It's very hard. It's very hard. But this is a right one that I'm trying to push.
My man, anything you need on this, brother, I'm all in. I'm serious, my man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and God bless the victims of these heinous acts.
That little 6-year-old boy, you have to see him. You want to take him home, and you also want to kick someone's ass. You just do. Thanks, Phil, my man. Horrible. The nurse sent me a text that she worked in a children's unit at a children's hospital. Had a patient with cigarette burns for punishment. Sure. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty. What's up is as the crews continue to work very hard with this multi-alarm apartment building fire in Squirrel Hill, you still have a lot of local traffic that is just clogged up, places you're going to want to avoid. We'll talk about that in a second, but the Parkway East and outbound is actually easing off as the crews do their work. You still can see a lot of smoke over the interstate there right before the Squirrel Hill tunnels, but the backups greet you just before the inbound tunnels. Now, in Squirrel Hill itself, we would highly recommend that you avoid Forward Avenue near Murray Avenue. Pocusset Street is also extremely tied up in that area, and Shady Avenue is getting a lot of heavy traffic as folks use that as an alternate. So please do keep that in mind. Over on the Parkway West inbound, you have slowdowns right around the runaway truck sand pile as you try to fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contract. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You want to find the greatness in business? Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, elderly woman, bunch of trees hanging over her house, could damage the heck out of the house. She can't pay for it. Carlos took care of those trees. Carlos is a magnificent businessman as well as a humanitarian who gives a damn about people. Greater Pitt Tree Service. The best pricing, the best professionals, the biggest heart. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call Carlos.
The KDKA Radio High School Football Game of the Week, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, is back. This week, McKeesport battles Bell Vernon.
Presented by Invisalign, Allegheny Health Sports Medicine, official sports medicine provider for high school football. Giant Eagle, Keystone Custom Apparel, and brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Forged by the Sea. Remarkable Auto Works, collision repair and service make your car remarkable. Red Ribbon Soda, Pittsburgh's Pop, and by Noble Environmental.
High school football lives on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Loro from Secure Money Health. Let's be honest, Medicare can be overwhelming. That's why I created the Ultimate Medicare Book, a clear, no-nonsense guide to help you navigate every twist and turn of Medicare. I'm here to empower you with the insights you need to secure the right benefits for your health. Don't let uncertainty slow you down. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com to get started and reclaim your confidence today.
Planning a vacation can be fun, but don't get taken by service fees and processing fees. SWAC Vacations lets you book direct. SWAC owns its own properties. The price you see is the price you pay. Michael Bartley here. My friend Jeff is the owner of SWAC, and you can trust you're going to get the best deal possible. That means more money for your family trip to Myrtle Beach, a luxury lodge in Deep Creek, or that massive Outer Banks house with room for everyone. Book direct. Save at SWACVacations.com. That's SWACK Vacations.com.
When you hire our firm, you become part of the family. Nobody messes with family. Get the good guys, good looking guys.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Get Marty's brought to you by UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Reporters report, so they show up and they say, look, there's a fire. They put out the fire, then the reporter goes home, and that's their job. We take on a slightly different role, is find out what started the fire, and then find out the folks at the fire who need help, and then help them. It's not traditional journalism, but no one ever said I was traditional. In terms of the fire in Squirrel Hill right now, it's what they call surround and drown. The guys I know at the scene right now, they're not allowed inside. They're not allowed inside because the building is not secure. It's still burning big time. No one hurt. However, doesn't mean no one isn't ripped apart emotionally, because a lot of the folks are older, lose everything. And then Tamara found this sweet, sweet woman who probably lost her cat. And listen to this. This is very emotional stuff. Listen.
The material stuff you can replace with my little kitty. She's only 7 pounds. She has to be scared to death. can replace the material things, but not the people.
The fact. So that's the heartbreak, right? So there's a couple issues here. Number one, it's a big, big fire. So when they get there, is everyone safe? Yes, they are. When they get there, are the firefighters safe? Yes, they are. Partial collapse of the roof with no one inside. Big, big deal. Electrical fires burning right now. Several significant fires burning right now in that building, but no one hurt. But the truth is, for that woman who lost her little cat, that's horrible. Horrible. Breaks your heart. You don't know what to do. Cats become family. Dogs become family. So her pain is as great as anyone out there who loses every single thing in that fire. Regarding Phil DeLucente and why I had him on, because he has a mission to make a difference here. That's why it's so important that we get laws changed. Carlita Freeman was in a situation where she was raped by a family she trusted that she was put into, by a foster parent who impregnated her. And because the statute of limitations ran out, she couldn't do anything legally. Let's change it. Let's give the victims a window to fight back. Look, we can do one or two things here. Say, that's horrible. I feel bad. And move on. Or we can stop and say, what the hell can we do? We can't prevent it from happening again, but we can say we have to do everything in our power to look and see, to empower folks, to knock and talk on their neighbor's door, to listen. I don't care if they're in the middle of the mountains in Kentucky. There is no way we can explain our way out of children having their teeth pulled with pliers. We can't explain our way out of children being starved to death. We cannot do that. We have to help. We have to. Hey, folks, it's Marty. My guys at Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks specialize in slate. Not every construction company has the knowledge and training in working with slate. I have slate on my home. It can get expensive, but it can also last 100 years. Do it right the first time. Call Sam and Calvin to get on their schedule right now. They also specialize in decks and siding. Call thecousins.com. That's callthecousins.com. I trust them. So should you. Call thecousins.com.
Please join Zachariah Brown on September 26th for our free 4th annual Learn Care Share, a caregiver symposium at the Loft Conference Center in South Point. We have an amazing lineup of speakers and vendors to offer guidance on the emotional, physical, and financial struggles facing those caring for an aging parent or loved one. There will be light bites, relaxation opportunities, and goodies for self-care. To register, visit zachbrownlaw.com. That's zacbrownlaw.com.
Well, folks, fall is fast approaching, and the September Weiner Wellness Weekend is the 19th and 20th with workshops from 10 to 2 on Friday and Saturday featuring Dr. Tracy Stroop, Dr. Len Brantzwitz, and Dr. Dennis Courtney. A delicious, healthy lunch will be provided from 11 to 2, and, of course, lots of samples, healthy treats, all in honor of Jamie Dorley's birthday. The discounts on your favorite supplements start August 25th. All of this is the World of Wellness, 2419 Baldwick Road, Pittsburgh. That's 2419 Baldwick Road, Pittsburgh.
Americans spend $66 billion on weight loss products and services each year. And you know what? Right here in our hometown, Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff has helped thousands of people do just that. Lose weight, keep it off. In fact, he's been helping people take back control of their lives for more than 20 years here in Pittsburgh at the PA Hypnosis Center. You have an opportunity to do the same. Are you battling anxiety? So many people are. He can help you with that. If you want to quit smoking, Dan Bitchoff is the call you should make at the PA Hypnosis Center today. Schedule your pre-consultation at 724-934-8446. 724-934-8446. Dan can help you reach your goal with a 98% success guarantee. 724-934-8446. Call now.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 66 with a few clouds at Pittsburgh International. 11:30 now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Well, the roof and part of the front of an apartment building collapsed this morning in a 4-alarm fire in Squirrel Hill. Flames and heavy smoke were pouring from the roof of the Jefferson Apartments in the 5600 block of Forward Avenue. Smoke continues to pour out at this hour. Public safety confirms all residents have been accounted for. There were no injuries. Both the Red Cross and Salvation Army are assisting displaced residents with their immediate needs now. Firefighters also left the building due to concerns about its stability and have since been fighting the flames outside from ladder trucks. And there are traffic problems with the entrance ramp to the inbound Parkway East closed until further notice. Also, Murray Avenue is inaccessible in the area of the fire. We'll have more in AAA traffic with Ellen Gamble shortly. With PRT facing deep service cuts, a local lawmaker is suggesting the transit agency should request a funding waiver from the state. With that story, here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Senator Jay Costa tells the Big K Morning Show that PRT has the same opportunity as SEPTA, where they can use capital funds to avoid a planned 35% service cut and a fare increase.
We're recommending to PRT that they do the same thing. Ask that they take the $140 million they get for the capital investments and flip them and flex them into operating costs.
He says there are consequences when diverting the capital funds.
We're taking money away from capital investments in new buses and new trolleys and new tracks, et cetera, new facilities.
Costa says these funds for operations would not fix Pittsburgh Regional Transit's projected $100 million annual budget deficit. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 147 points at 45,662. The NASDAQ down 17 points, and the S&P is up about 3. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
So, NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. Massive. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry and Asari, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. For free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, NASCO, 412-373-2000. When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job, from highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects. The men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, my friend, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. And we continue to see how the fire in Squirrel Hill is impacting traffic in the area. If you're heading outbound on the Parkway East 376, you can still see the plume of smoke coming from the left side of the road, very close to the entrance to the Squirrel Hill tunnels. And so you do have slowdowns through that Squirrel Hill interchange. That's better than it had been earlier because of an accident in the midst of that backup. Inbound, you have slowdowns just before the inbound Squirrel Hill tunnel portals. And now per PennDOT, the ramp from Forward Avenue that normally allows you to access the inbound Parkway East heading toward town, that is closed until further notice because of all the crews along Forward Avenue, Murray Avenue, certainly Pecosset Street. You can find heavier traffic on Shady Avenue as well as folks try to get around that fire zone, which is what we're recommending at this time. We have crews doing some landscaping work as you try to head inbound on the Parkway West near the Fort Pitt tunnels, those big planters. They're doing work there today, and that's sometimes causing slowdowns right around the runaway truck sandpile. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine and nice this afternoon. We'll have a high of 75, then clear tonight, low 50. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high 77. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, here we go. Tuesday. So much to get into. We'll get you started 2 o'clock, 2 to 6. Colin Dunlap, KDK.
Insane information coming up about the Schumann Center. You've got to hear this, but there's new information coming in right now regarding this fire in Squirrel Hill, and I wanted to grab Raz. So, Raz, there's a couple things. 2 different reports about where this may have started, and it's not relevant probably right now, but you mentioned one.
Yeah, they were conflicting. We might have had one in the basement as an electrical fire, but then we're hearing something else entirely.
Yes. Let me point out a couple, possibly in the kitchen as well. This is what I'm getting from people on the scene and sources and the fire chief who we're going to talk to here in a minute. No fire alarm went off, Rez. None. Check this out. 911 calls came from people driving past the building.
Oh, my.
Yeah. They should have had a fire alarm system in the building. It should not fail, generally, right?
Well, I mean, think about it this way, Marty. If people called the fire in who were driving by, think about how advanced the fire was by the time that they called, right?
Yep. People driving by calling 911 to report smoke coming from the building. No fire alarm system activated if there is one, or they would have called 911 to report the activation. I said, is that against the law? Yeah, but it might not need one because of how old the building is.
And there's another point that I'm sure Chief Jones is going to bring up. There was no sprinkler system.
Yep. But by the way, to Raz's point number 2, they don't force older buildings to have fire alarm systems, and they don't force older buildings to have sprinkler protection. And here's the quote. That's what sucks about the city from an insider. They don't force building owners of older buildings to update their fire protection.
Yep. Chief Jones has been talking about this very issue for years, Marty.
We're lucky enough that we can say no one's hurt, but that doesn't take away from this massive destruction and a lot of folks without a home right now.
Do we have any idea how many residents were displaced yet?
Asking right now.
Okay.
Asking right now. Thanks, Raz, my man.
You got it.
A lot happening this morning. A lot happening this morning. And we have calls into the chief. We should hear from him shortly. I got to get to an issue that affects all of us, and it keeps getting worse or better, depending on your... Pardon me? Okay. This has to do with the Schumann Center. And Republican County Councilman Mike Embrazier. Good morning, Mike. How are you, brother?
Hey, Marty. How you doing, bud?
Well, the situation just gets worse regarding what's happening with this Schumann Center, does it not, sir?
Yes, it's the topic that doesn't go away. Right now we're waiting for a report from the county manager, the county council. It's been requested by our president, Pat Katina, and Councilwoman Michelle Nakaradi-Chapkus to give us just an outline as to the construction schedule, the costs, just the darn vision of where they want to take this thing. And I think there was a little bit of a hiccup because the county went out to go seek a new construction manager, which is quite unique because we had a darn good one initially.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm told. They now have to get new bids for construction on 2 pods, new permits, all because of this delay. Is that accurate, sir?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. The last estimate that we got when council pressing the manager's office is that rest assured that the new center would be up with the additional beds and operational by the close of fiscal 26. That's creeping around the corner.
Wow.
If that's the case, then I'm gonna buy your whole office catered lunch from our buddy Ernie Ricci out there in the Rocks. So I don't see that happening.
Are they still being cryptic with you or outright evasive with you in terms of wanting to see plans, wanting to hear numbers, sir?
Yeah, very much so. But it's not just isolated to say me because I'm a Republican. They're pretty evasive with every member of council, and there's 15 of us, including our office staff, our chief of staff on down. So we don't know what the heck's going on. Hopefully we find out a little bit tonight. Tonight we have our regularly scheduled council meeting. The county executive, Anna Murata, will be providing her quarterly reports. So we'll see if there's anything touched on that topic.
But the truth is, there's still only 12 beds. And we know this because a kid was arrested the other day, and they in Duquesne had a gun in a backpack. Duquesne cops.
And transported to Ohio.
Boom.
Transported to Ohio.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's shameful,
and
isn't it, Mike?
It is. And, we recently, so I live in Mount Lebanon, as do you.
Right.
And I don't see you anywhere around here. You must hole up in your home. You must be afraid of the mean streets of Mount Lebanon.
Yes.
There was a shutdown at the high school, Mount Lebanon High School, because there was a threat. And you're talking about a thriving, affluent area. This can happen anywhere, sadly. So we need this resource in town.
Hold on. Let me jump in on that. Because there was an attempt by the police who did an amazing job to charge that kid criminally who made that threat.
Oh, yeah.
Check this out. Even if they could come up with charges, my man, they had nowhere to put that young man. Nowhere, sir.
Nowhere. Right. Yeah, they had to. I believe they brought him to Boardman, or no? Where'd they bring him to? Where's Dean Martin from?
Well, Steubenville. Steubenville.
Steubenville. Yeah. Steubenville, Ohio. So, yeah, this is a bad issue. But I think that this is just a snapshot of what's in our county government today, and I think we talk ad nauseum about the Schumann Center. This is just a small piece of what's brewing right now. It has to come out tax increase. It's fact. Our residents right now are enjoying a 36.5% tax increase from last year. I'm being facetious, of course. Yeah, and they're going to come out for more. They have to, because the county is broke. So we're spending a lot of time
hold on,
talking about
Mike. You're saying they're going to have to ask for a bigger tax. Mike, are you saying they're going to ask for even more tax increases, sir?
It is inevitable, sir.
Oh, wow.
Initially the county executive wanted 80%. That doesn't bode well with anybody. We have folks that are on fixed incomes, accepting Social Security. This is their lifeblood, and we're increasing their taxes. The county executive and the treasurer have both 2x'd the size of their staff. And provided blanket raises to everybody in the county. I assure you, the county is out of money, and they're going to have to come back to the again.
Hey, are you still being pushed out of the room because of your affiliation with the Republican Party?
I believe that the fact that I am a Republican has a lot to do with not being in the know. Everybody in that executive office signed the petition for my opponent, a 20-something-year-old kid who's never had a job.
Right.
They want a rubber stamp. And where it stands today, you can't have that. These are serious problems, and they need serious people to focus on them. I had one of our senior members, Nick Fatoulis, on council, just last week went on Facebook and wrote a whole string of posts in support of me. Do you know how honored I am?
Yes,
and
love
there are
him.
many other members on that dais that have my back. You know why? Because they don't look at party, Marty. They're looking at the person. And the administration right now, the treasurer, the county exec's office, they've all signed off on this kid's petition just because they want a rubber stamp. They want a rubber stamp because they want to stop the Schumann topic coming to light. They want to stop the tax issue coming to light. They want to stop all of these issues. They just want a stamp so they can move on and do their thing. And that is just, my friend, unacceptable.
I'm all in, my man. Whatever you need. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Michael
Thanks for doing
Brazier.
your thing.
Man, great stuff. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, thanks. Squirrel Hill continues to be the focus of a lot of traffic troubles right now. The outbound Parkway East is backing up at the Greenfield Bridge overpass as folks make their way to the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Still seeing a lot of heavy smoke coming up from the site of this multi-alarm apartment structure fire. And so, again, folks, stay away from Forward Avenue, Murray Avenue, where they intersect. Expect heavy traffic on streets around that area. Shady Avenue, in particular, seems to be bearing a brunt of the traffic there. And per PennDOT, the Forward Avenue on-ramp to the inbound or westbound side of 376, the Parkway, is closed until further notice as crews are fighting that fire. Parkway West inbound does have some slowdowns as you approach the front side of Green Tree Hill, especially right around that Parkway Center Mall on-ramp, at times fluctuating down and only backing up right around the runaway truck sand pile. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Be part of the growing family that is Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zangrilli. I'm a member, and so are nearly 25,000 Western Pennsylvanians. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is up to 7 convenient locations in our region. Remember, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you're eligible to join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5, and you'll enjoy the many perks of a credit union. So learn more at AllegiantFCU.org, federally insured by the NCUA.
Your home equity could vanish almost overnight, stolen by scammers who forge a deed and transfer it out of your name. The FBI calls it house stealing, and the worst part is you may not know it until it's too late. Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO for a 30-day free trial, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. Known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment. They use it there. Tweedy Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 412-556-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 412-556-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
Wednesday night at 10, join us for I'm Listening, a special Odyssey program featuring some of the biggest names in news, sports, and music, and some of the most respected mental health professionals. Hosted by Carson Daly with Katie Neal. Talk saves lives. For more information, visit imlistening.org, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So I talked to John Perry over the weekend from Perry Calder Law Firm. John has doctors on his staff to investigate medical malpractice cases. John has the biggest settlements at Perry Calder of any firm in this region. John has the track record. John sits down with families. He's met with my friends and my family members on cases. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200. Perry Calder.
Have a house you're ready to sell? Ryan Shalaba here with the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, and I want to make your next home sale the easiest one yet. With over a decade in business and 175 plus 5-star reviews, we've helped people in all different situations get the most money out of their house when they need it. We'll save you time, money, and stress, and we'll even help you move. Call 412-500-9057. We'll get you a cash offer in as little as 24 hours. That's 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com today.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Big fire still burning. The latest that I find fascinating and frustrating is that they had no alarm system, or at least it didn't contact the fire department, which generally means they don't. Could have been shut off, could have been antiquated. By law, if it's an older building, they don't have to have one. They also didn't have to have sprinklers, which they didn't have. It was reported by people driving by. You saw smoke. How about that? No one hurt. Firefighters have moved out of the building because of collapse. They just surround it and drown it right now. More than 30 people on the streets right now, homeless. Awful to hear that sweet woman who lost her cat too. That's hard, man. It's hard. Death of a pet to many people is as significant as death of the family member. Do not diminish that. I used to, but not anymore. Because you get older and you learn what matters to people. And pets matter a hell of a lot. And I understand why. I just do now. I didn't before. We hope to learn. One of my boys, true political insider, forgot more than I ever learned. Jimbo, good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning. Happy Monday. Tuesday, right?
To address this fire briefly, you've been in this game a lot. These old buildings with no fire alarm systems and no sprinkler systems don't help anyone in this community, do they, sir?
No, not at all. It's unfortunate, but instead of moving a lot of this stuff forward, it seems to have been politicized and antiquated all the way down to public work permits. That we saw what happened in terms of trying to build that building in Oakland for UPMC. So there's huge niches in there that need to be corrected, obviously.
All right. Now what's relevant as hell, and you're a true insider to this, And Brazier dropped something on me. He said there's no way, and by the way, today is in Morato's budget address, there's no way the county can survive and thrive under her plan without yet another tax increase. Are you hearing that same vibe, sir? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing.
What?
Here's the thing, Marty. From corporation takeovers to dictators, if you can take ground and nobody challenges you, the natural move is take the next step. No one challenged all the BS that she put in that budget.
Oh, it's true.
$33 million in raises to people while the county's suffering. Numerous departments with, I don't even know what they do. They have more communication people.
I think they have 8.
Probably have at the radio station.
I think Collins pointed this out. I think they have 7 or 8 PR people. I think they do. Yeah.
What do you need 8 PR people?
Can't tell you, sir.
Happened to just, they're making like 100-something. But what I'm saying is, you're doing all this at a time where you're claiming the budget's a mess. No, she wants her cake and eat it too, and because she's not being challenged. And what's even worse is the powers that exist in the state, from the governor to others that I won't name, they're backing her play, so it looks like it's something we got to do.
Because they need her down the road.
Come again? What's that?
Because they need her down the road.
Bingo. You just hit the nail on the head. So let's all play this game together, and because there's no revolution among the people, let's do it. Look, you had a half a dozen county councilmen that voted for that tax increase, and no one challenged them. So naturally, they're like, hey, we can do whatever we want to do. Nobody cares.
And Pat challenged her, but no one seemed to care what Pat had to say.
Well, exactly. Exactly, because people are so removed from just county council as a whole that it just...
So true.
This is what you got.
So they got almost 40% the first time. They'll ask for even more about the same the second time. I'm hearing he said up to 80% total.
Until they can visibly see a change in the vote, the people get off the couch and say, I had enough of this crap.
Yeah.
They're going to just keep pushing it because they don't care. I mean, I don't see any cost-saving things at all from this administration.
No.
None. I mean, you're now Port Authority's out of control.
It's true.
And what's going to be next? The airport? You see what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
It's like, let's just throw more money at it. These people that are out there listening that had to get your tire fixed that day or were too tired to go vote, just keep doing that. It's going to get a lot worse for you.
All right, my man, I got to grab the chief here. Hold on. I love him. I got to grab the fire chief. Got to grab him. Chief Darrell Jones, thanks so much, my man. How's it going out there, sir?
Hold on.
Chief.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
I appreciate you calling in, sir.
Hey, no problem.
What's the status of the fire as we speak, sir?
Well, right now we are in a defensive operation. We have master stream devices going. We are going to be here for a while. There are no injuries at this time. The residents are being taken care of by both the Red Cross and the Salvation Army, and the crews on scene are getting rehab according to our policy, and everything is going as well as can be expected.
Hey, Chief, how many folks are homeless from this, sir?
That I do not know. I know the building had approximately 30 units.
I see.
The Red Cross is managing that.
Chief, your guys had to move out of the building pretty quickly. Was there some concern about it collapsing on them, sir?
Yes, that there was a partial collapse of the structure, and once we did that, we evacuated the structure and took a PAR count, a PAR report, which is a personnel accountability report, make sure we had everybody accounted for, and we moved to a defensive operation, which is where we are right now.
Hey, Chief, is it accurate to say that that fire was called in by folks who drove by the building, was not from a fire alarm from inside the building, sir?
That is my understanding, that there were people who drove by, saw smoke coming from the roof.
Does that indicate that building has no system to call the fire department, sir?
No, that just means that the fire started at a high level or if it didn't start at a high level, it reached into a high level in the ceiling above the third floor, and therefore no one was able to detect it.
And this is something you've been talking about for decades. Is it true that that building does not have fire suppression systems, sir? Sprinklers?
I do not believe this building is sprinkled. I don't have that information right now, and with the status of the building, I can't get close enough to take a look.
But right now, no one hurt, everyone's safe, fire under control yet, sir?
No, it is not under control. We're going to be here for a little bit. We are doing the best we can. We're pouring tons of water into this building, and that's added weight, and the building's not designed to hold that weight. So we are trying to navigate that challenge as well, not to have it come down on top of anyone. So we're going to be here for a minute, Marty.
Chief, you're the best, sir. Appreciate your time. I know you're slammed. Thanks, my man.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 69 and partly cloudy at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Dozens of residents, more than 30 now, accounted for after they were forced to evacuate the Jefferson Apartments building on Forward Avenue in Squirrel Hill this morning. Now we shift our coverage from Chief Jones to the scene of this 4-alarm fire. Here is News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
That's right, Paul. The fire started on the third floor of the building and continued to burn through the roof and the rest of the building, where the roof of this apartment complex has collapsed as fire crews continue to battle the flames. One resident gave me details about how she found out that she needed to evacuate.
We heard the smoke alarms, and we could smell like burnt wires, and my caregiver went out and then came back, and the firemen helped us out.
Pittsburgh Public Information Officer Kara Cruz says the fire was reported as a second alarm, but quickly grew to a third, then fourth. As crews continue to fight this fire, she said it's obviously not under control, and there is also an electrical fire in the basement. Fire Chief Daryl Jones says with 73 fire personnel on the scene, it is not safe for him to send his guys inside the building at any time. Reporting live in Squirrel Hill, Tamira Rush on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
A large fire broke out above a business in Kittanning early this morning. The flames there broke out just after 7 a.m. at Earthbound Apothecary on South Jefferson Street. Large flames and heavy smoke were pouring from windows when the fire crews arrived. No one was trapped, though, and there were no injuries. Are state lawmakers closer to reaching a budget? News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado reports a leading Democrat is optimistic about progress being made in Harrisburg.
Senate Democratic leader Jay Costa says there have been a number of budget calls and meetings between lawmakers since last Wednesday.
There's now a sense of urgency that there hasn't been there before, particularly with our Republican colleagues. So I'm confident that we're closer than we've ever been, obviously, but I do think that the end is near, and hopefully, folks will be appreciative of what we're trying to put together.
He says they're not that far apart on what the overall spend will be. In helping things, the agreement that allows Philadelphia SEPTA to move about $400 million in capital spending to its operating budget to maintain service for 2 years. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit is considering a similar waiver request. Senator Costa told KDK Radio he's encouraging PRT to tap $140 million to fund operations for 2 years and prevent route cuts and fare increases. PRT spokesperson Adam Brandolph called it a stopgap measure, though, that will not solve a looming $100 million operating deficit. On Wall Street, the Dow at this hour is up 44 points at 45,558. The Nasdaq down 12 points, and the S&P is down about 2. In KDKA Sports, the NFL Network reports former Patriots safety Jabril Peppers is expected to sign with the Steelers. That's because Deshaun Elliott is expected to miss a couple of weeks with an MCL sprain. Details may be coming on that from Mike Tomlin during his weekly media conference that's happening at this hour. And the Pirates are starting a road trip tonight. They're playing the Orioles at Camden Yards. First pitch at 6:35. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. 69, partly cloudy in Pittsburgh with the AccuWeather forecast next.
A fire, it can change everything in seconds, but Service Master of Greater Pittsburgh is ready 24/7 to help restore what matters most. From smoke damage to full rebuilds, their experts are trained, trusted, and ready to work with your insurance. Fire damage? Demand the yellow van and get back to normal faster.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
As an athlete, I'm all about performance and my overall health. I've wanted to improve my smile for a while, but I thought braces was the only option. A friend of mine mentioned she was improving her smile with Invisalign, so I checked out with my local orthodontist and found out that Invisalign could work for me as well. After a quick scan, my orthodontist created my Invisalign plan, and I couldn't be more excited to start. Check out Invisalign.com to find a doctor in your neighborhood. It's great that there are trained Invisalign doctors in our own community here. Invisalign.com.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-201-7676, 800-201-7676, 800-201-7676.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Friday nights in Western Pennsylvania mean one thing: high school football. This is Greg Diulis of Diulis Law. Calling the right play can change the outcome of a game. Calling the right lawyer can change your life. Whether you need help with family law, criminal matters, or probate and estate planning, call me at 412-736-9638. Diulis Law, one of Pittsburgh's winning teams for over 30 years. 412-736-9638.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine and nice this afternoon. We'll have a high of 75, then clear tonight, low 50. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high 77. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, we believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanging.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Lot going on here, folks. Especially with this fire. Man, a lot going on. I can't imagine fighting this thing. You just heard T at the scene. It's still on fire. It's been several hours now, which is very unusual for something like this. No sprinkler system. I'm not picking on anyone. These are old buildings in this town. I'm just telling you how this works. I'm just telling you how this works. I'm also trying to get our councilwoman from out there because Barbara Orwick has some information. Is that her? That's her. We're going to grab her real quick. A lot of moving parts when this happens. We love the fact that we have people who are engaged. Is that Barb? Yeah. Barb, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Well, yeah, how are you?
Yeah. By the way, this is why I like you, because you think the way I do. You're not that good, because a lot of folks are kind of freaked out right now because they're losing their home, and one woman lost a pet, so this is not a good day for Pittsburghers, is it? Right?
No. It's this fire is it's something else. Yeah.
All right. So give us that information, which is why I like you stepped up here. You got a place for folks to go for people impacted, please.
Right. Well, so just to be, there was a little confusion. The Red Cross is staging at the Howard and Sally Levin Clubhouse on Murray. There was just some confusion that it was the JCC. It is not the JCC. So anybody who is displaced, and they are working on getting shelter services. So I just wanted to that's why I texted you. I just want to make sure that everybody got the right information and knew where to go if they needed that support.
Barb Warwick. Hey, Barb, what will they be providing there so folks know in case they need it?
Well, I mean, like food and and water and whatnot, but really it's about shelter, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're out, because the thing is there's an apartment building next door which is not, which is okay, right? But it's full. I mean, the smoke is next level, so
Are you there, Barb?
I'm on my way downtown. I was just over there.
Okay, describe the scene for us from someone who kind of knows this area and lives this. Describe it for us, what you saw.
I mean, I think that it was something that, it really, we talk a lot about firefighters and, it was next level. I mean, really to see the firefighters up on the ladder with the hose. I mean, this is really just about keeping this fire contained to the building, but it's Herculean what they're doing over there, and they still have a lot of work to do. So,
and let's be honest, it is devastating, but we got to take a look at Barb, these older buildings. Number one, the fire alarm was not called in from inside that building; it was a passerby, so something happened there. And number two, in these older buildings, and this was built in the 30s, no fire suppression because it's not ordered in the city. Is it something you need to look at?
I mean, I don't want to speak to it because I'm not an expert on those things, but sure. I mean, when you have older housing stock, older building stock, that is a concern for sure.
All right. And we can be thankful and grateful that no one is hurt. We can be thankful and grateful we have a great fire department that's on it. And we can be thankful and grateful we have city council members and leaders like you who do give a damn about their constituents. And you're all over this. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I will say?
Yeah.
I will say this. I'll make a plug for why the city really needs a rental registry, right? So that we can go in and make sure that rental units, at least, right, have all the safety precautions that they need.
Oh, wow.
I will say that. That is something we could use.
So a rental registry would make sure that you knew the apartment you were getting, what it had in it before you rented it. Nice.
Yeah, well, we don't have it because, the apartment association is suing the city over it.
I see.
They don't want it. The landlords don't want us to have a registry, but it's something that we need. It's something that city council passed and the mayor's office has been trying to push through. But at any rate,
okay,
we can talk about that another
that's
show.
Cool. No, I appreciate it. One more time, where can folks get this immediate help? One more time, please, Barb.
Yeah, so for Red Cross assistance, the Howard and Sally Levin Clubhouse, it is on it's on Murray, right at Forward Avenue. It's right by where the building is. For more long-term stuff, obviously, lots to navigate. Right, if anybody has any trouble, they should feel free to call our office. I'm not saying I have all the answers for people, but we will definitely help navigate for sure.
Barb,
there's
thanks.
about 50 units in the building.
Yeah.
So,
Barb, thanks for caring. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Marty. Talk to you later. Bye.
She does care. People don't like her. I don't particularly care if people don't like her. We disagree on some things. We agree on others. We agree right now that There's a major fire, 50 units, she said, at least 30 people displaced. A place for you to go, Howard and Sally Levin Clubhouse on Murray Avenue. Food, shelter, short-term stuff, and there will also be long-term stuff. Patrick was nodding his head. I'm not familiar with that clubhouse. What is that, my man?
That's at Ford and Murray. So,
what is it,
about
though?
a block down.
What is it?
I'm not sure what all the details are there.
Clubhouse of some sort. All right, but if you're needing assistance right now, you can go there and it's available to you. Meantime, as if enough is not happening today, a threatening letter. This just happening. A threatening letter sent to Tree of Life. We have that sound, and we have a response from the Tree of Life folks who are all over this and deeply concerned as anyone would be. Right after this.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The original Yinzer Dogs are here for your next tailgate. Yinzer Dogs, Stanley P. Kachowski Kobasi, Babushka Mama Pierogies, and Yinzer Halushki are all available at your favorite Giant Eagle and Market District. Plus, stay tuned for our grand opening of our new original Yinzer Dogs location in Cranberry. And pretty soon, down the Strip District. It's pure Pittsburgh. Join Dan Marino, Jimmy Crenn, and me, and our Yinzer team. Check us out at originalyinzerdogs.com.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. My guys at Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks specialize in slate. Not every construction company has the knowledge and training in working with slate. I have slate on my home. It can get expensive, but it can also last 100 years. Do it right the first time. Call Sam and Calvin to get on their schedule right now. They also specialize in decks and siding. Call thecousins.com. That's callthecousins.com. I trust them. So should you. Callthecousins.com. Here's what I love about Oakmont Bakery. So, Mark Serrao is the bakery king. JK is the restaurant king in Oakmont. So, JK turns 60. Guess who made him his cake? Mark Serrao, Oakmont Bakery. The cake was bespoke, handmade, homemade, anything JK wanted. I love the fact that two men that work so hard that make Oakmont such a wonderful place can celebrate JK's 60th birthday. Oakmont Bakery, where everything is delicious.
Long live the king.
Return to the magic and mystique of the Renaissance. The Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival, just southeast of Pittsburgh, is back. 6 magical weekends through September 28th.
It's entertainment. It's fantasy.
It's an adventure. To the past.
Filled with royalty, pageantry, jugglers, and musicians. Comedy, games, fine arts, and crafts. Eat, drink, and be merry at the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival. Discounts available at Shop and Save locations.
John Perry proudly sponsors Get Marty. Perry Calder Law Firm, the best, folks. Hey, folks, Marty here, Voss TV and Appliance. You'll find the best prices and selection, name brand TVs and appliances. Third-generation family business that's built on relationships, not commissions. From sales, installation, at Voss, Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out. They won't leave you hanging after the sale. Visit Voss, South Hills Showroom, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. The best prices guaranteed.
Hi, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. Every week I change the message on our building sign, and one of my favorites is you're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. It's so true. I was 63 on the day my daughter Sarah, son Lester, and I realized a big new dream. We opened the doors to our family-owned investment firm. I'd grown increasingly dissatisfied at our Wall Street brokerage, pressured by the priorities of a big firm. We craved a more intimate environment where we could focus on what matters most, relationships with our clients. Sarah and I are certified financial planners, and Lester is a chartered financial analyst. We deliver big resources in a personalized environment where you're important to all of us. Firms turn over all the time. Advisors turn over. We don't. We're headquartered in the South Hills of Pittsburgh. We live here and we work here in the building that we bought together. It's our family helping your family. Find out more at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
You want to find greatness in business. Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service, elderly woman, bunch of trees hanging over her house. Could damage the heck out of the house. She can't pay for it. Carlos took care of those trees. Carlos is a magnificent businessman as well as a humanitarian who gives a damn about people. Greater Pitt Tree Service. The best pricing, the best professionals, the biggest heart. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call Carlos.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Get Marty's brought to you by UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com. After almost taking his own life due to PTSD and unresolved life trauma, combat veteran and former Army Ranger Clayton Smith found his only relief came from ibogaine psychedelic therapy in Mexico. And he shares why the U.S. government, keeping it illegal, is flat out wrong.
There is published research showing that you can safely administer ibogaine. You don't do it at home in your bed. It's not a recreational drug. No one is recommending we decriminalize and deschedule ibogaine. What we're saying is there's a therapeutic use under medical supervision. And then high potential for abuse. Talk to someone that's sat with ibogaine and ask them if they would want to take ibogaine and go to a rave. It's a hard no.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, we offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I love this audience because people are so tied in. Folks are being referred to this clubhouse in Squirrel Hill. Howard and Sally live in clubhouse. I was wondering what it is. Mike knows. Fill us in, Mike.
How are we doing, Marty?
Good, brother.
All right. Okay, brother. So what it is it's a social service agency that helps people that are struggling with mental health issues come and take classes, listen to speakers. There's hands-on exercises for people to do there to keep them busy, to learn like vocational skills that may be helpful. So it's a place like that. It's very open to the community.
Wow. Okay. So this is wonderful. Thanks, my man. I get it now. Really appreciate you, brother. So that's set up right now. Appreciate that. So I love this audience. Set up for folks impacted by the fire. At least 30 people. Could be as many as 50. Shelter services, food. Long-term shelter plans being made as we speak. All right? There's still a fight in the fire. Still not under control. And then there's this. Just came in. Man. As if... the Jewish community doesn't have enough pain and suffering and fear. Listen to this. Just came in. Listen.
Over to 4095 Fifth Avenue, off Thackeray Avenue, University Place, the Tree of Life Temp building. They got a letter from somebody in New Jersey. Has some threats against the Jewish community.
Yeah. So, police are there right now. We're also told the feds are taking a look. This is from the folks at Tree of Life, who are wonderful. They sent me this statement from their firm in New York. I can share the following statement from leadership of the congregation and the institution that grew out of the aftermath of October 27, 2018. They asked that all their questions be directed to the Pittsburgh Police Department, certainly. This is from Alan Hausman, the president of the Tree of Life congregation. Amazing man. This is verbatim. Just sent to me. Tragically, threats like this are common for many communities across the country, both Jewish and not. The letter our congregation received will not stop us from practicing our Jewish faith and living our values. Like Jewish communities everywhere, we take security seriously and are carefully preparing to safely and joyfully celebrate the Jewish New Year in the coming weeks. Again, this threat came in about an hour ago. This from Carol Zawadzki, CEO of the Tree of Life. These poor folks, man, as if they haven't been through enough. Jeez. Anti-Semitic threats like the one the congregation received are an all too regular reminder about the urgent need to end hate in all its forms. We are more committed than ever to uprooting anti-Semitism and building compassionate, courageous communities. That is from both the CEO of the Tree of Life and the president of the Tree of Life. Again, this all resulting from this, which was sent to me a short time ago.
Over to 4095 Fifth Avenue, off Thackeray Avenue, University Place, the Tree of Life 10th building. They got a letter from somebody in New Jersey, has some threats against the Jewish community.
Police take this stuff very seriously. They will pursue this vigorously, and they will use the feds if they have to, I'm told. Pittsburgh police have the letter. They're examining the letter, trying to trace the origin of the letter. Try and find out if they can grab someone who has sent that letter. I love them. I respect their courage. I respect their tenacity. They are fearless in their beliefs, and they're amazing in their beliefs and their commitment to Pittsburgh and their commitment to family. And I despise the hate that's out there in the form of letters or social media or videos whose entire goal is to create fear and animus and hatred and death, quite frankly, if possible. Pittsburgh police are on the scene. We will let you know if they come up with anything as this story develops. Once again, threatening letters sent to the Tree of Life. Pittsburgh cops on the scene. A Tree of Life responded. Thank you, by the way, folks, for engaging us and sending us that message that we will post socially as well. All right?
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-201-7676, 800-201-7676, 800-201-7676.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers more than 55 flexible online certificates that provide short-term credentials and real-world skills you can use immediately. With a range of affordable undergraduate and graduate certificates in high-demand fields like business, AI, cybersecurity, data analytics, and healthcare, you can earn credentials quickly to help advance your career. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission. $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection Plan. No matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-380-9012. 800-380-9012. Again, that's 800-380-9012.
Have you heard of Piatta Italian street food? At Piatta, you can indulge in a bowl of creamy carbonara pasta or be healthy with a fresh tossed salad like their farmer's market with grilled salmon. Or roll up the delicious flavors of Italy in a Piatta, a wrap toasted to order and hand-rolled with fresh, authentic ingredients. With 4 Pittsburgh locations in Oakland, Northway, South Hills, and North Fayette, there's a Piatta near you. Piatta Italian street food. Better food fast.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 71 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The roof and part of the front of an apartment building collapsed this morning in a 4-alarm fire in Squirrel Hill. Flames and heavy smoke were pouring from the roof of the Jefferson Apartments in the 5600 block of Forward Avenue. Public safety confirms all residents have been accounted for. There were no injuries. The Red Cross and Salvation Army are assisting displaced residents with their immediate needs. Firefighters also left the building due to concerns about its stability and have since been fighting the flames outside with ladder trucks. There are traffic problems with the entrance ramp to the inbound Parkway East closed until further notice, and Murray Avenue is inaccessible in the area of the fire. 2 Sewickley men are going to prison for 6 to 12 years for torturing a 62-year-old man in his home. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has more.
Noah Sadowski and Dylan Morris, both in their 30s, pleaded guilty in June to aggravated assault, robbery, burglary, conspiracy, and other crimes. Court paperwork says the pair ambushed John Olson at his home on Little Street in April of 2024. He was on the back porch when they pushed him inside, threw him to the floor, and handcuffed and gagged him. The men burned Olson with cigarettes, superglued his eyes, cut his face with a knife, held a gun to his head, and urinated on him, torturing Olson for hours.
It will be a while before we see rainfall. Since August 1st, just under 2 inches of rain has fallen. And Andrew Kenzel of the National Weather Service says the Pittsburgh area is now a quarter inch above normal rainfall for the year.
A little bit of a surplus, but we're seeing that drought come back. It's starting to feel almost like last year a little bit, where we had a really, really wet spring, and then we had a pretty bad drought there as we stretched dry months into the fall.
Andrew said a pattern of high pressure will keep things dry for at least the next week. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 79 points, NASDAQ up 12, the S&P 500 is up a couple of points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32, our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstad's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstad's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstad's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays, Hofstad's, Oakmont, 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Nice and sunny with a high of 75 this afternoon, then clear with a low of 50 tonight. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high 77. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, I got to talk about repeat offenders and criminals on the streets, but I got to get to Martin first in this fire. Martin, thanks for hanging. Go ahead, man.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Martin.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment on that fire over there. My daughter was one of the people who lived on the top floor
of
the apartment right next door to it. She lost everything.
Whoa, so she's not even in that building.
She was woken up by the firemen breaking her door down.
Whoa.
They broke in, told them to get out. The only thing she was able to grab was her cell phone because it was in her hand. She had no chance to get anything. Her and her boyfriend just lost completely everything they own.
Do they have any idea what happened, sir?
And they told her there was an apartment right next to her. They don't know what the cause of the fire was. Thank you. And all they did is she called me about 20 minutes later, and I looked, and I was going home for my morning break. I looked over, and I just saw the whole block engulfed in smoke. Got to her, and I said, you see it on the news. There's just a big hole in the roof, and her house apartment was on the top floor of that building.
Oh,
everything's gone.
Dumb question you might not have an answer for, sir. Do they have insurance that you know of?
And I've been asking that question, and I don't think she had any insurance. And I've been preaching to my kids ever since I had a problem with my insurance years ago. Get insurance. It costs you a few dollars more, but you're going to get covered. I'm not sure she has insurance. But she has a big village behind her. You know, me and my family, our grandparents, a lot of people might do a GoFundMe page for her. Right.
All right, well,
and the bad thing is they were scheduled to go to a trip to Japan.
What?
In November. Yeah.
So, my man, I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to grab your number so we can reach out and help her if she needs it, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, hold on one second. My man, please grab her number. Thanks. Martin's number. Appreciate that. Help when we can. It's rough, man. Oftentimes, especially in apartments, it's very, very, very common for people not to have any sort of coverage. Very common. And if they have coverage, not to have enough coverage. Massive fire. Meantime, several things we've talked about in the show, and we're transitioning here because this is an important conversation. I have a guy in the streets right now, who's been arrested 256 times. Brian Clay. Max, my man Mad Max, we've interviewed Brian Clay several times on the streets. As an example, what the hell's wrong with the system? Mad Max went to find him last night, and he's out there on the streets again. Brian Clay. 250 arrests, folks. Arrested more times than any man in Allegheny County history. Why am I telling you this? Because this is dangerous as hell. At some point, he's going to kill someone, or someone's going to kill him. Why? Because he told me that. He told me he's a danger to himself. He told me he's a danger to others. He told me he's an alcoholic. He told me he's depressed. He told me he's a drug addict. Can't get help. I'm bringing the guru, Jim Klingensmith. This path of terror goes so far back that you arrested him, didn't you, sir?
Oh, my gosh. I arrested him back in the mid-'90s.
Come on.
Ridiculous thing. Simple assault, harassment type of deal. Yeah, he's been on the streets for everybody. For everybody to arrest at one point in their career, I swear to God.
And still not incarcerated, still not treated, still a danger to himself and others, sir.
Every single person in the system, the court systems, the law enforcement, the jail system, everybody knows him on a first-name basis. Everybody.
And so let's expand this to a national level. This heinous crime with this man stabbing this poor woman to death, this Ukrainian refugee on this subway car. One of the most shocking things I've ever seen on tape. The judge, Teresa Stokes, released a Carlos Brown just months before he stabbed Ukrainian refugee Irina Daruska because he wrote her a written promise. According to documents, Stokes decided to release Brown because he promised he would return, and he didn't. And he killed a woman. Surprise, sir?
No, it's everywhere. Our country is polluted with incompetent, woke judges who continue to groom career criminal machines. Give them the opportunity to find more innocent, helpless victims. No jail, no bond, no accountability. The innocent girl on that train, you think she would have liked that chance? She'll never have one because our judges let her get murdered. They sent that guy on the streets knowing he was capable of murder, and he did it. And we have it here in Allegheny County. We don't enforce anything. We don't lodge them on bonds. We have no bail. We release everybody. It's just that's the standard. We're just going to release them. It don't matter what it is. We're pushing them out the door. You know, thank God we have a few judges that are willing to lock some of these clowns down because it's never going to stop. It's never going to change with the system that's in place. There's too many Judge Sizemores throughout the country because it sounds like Judge Sizemore has a relative in North Carolina working on the bench, doesn't it?
It's true. The most violent video I've seen in a long time, he sits behind her, she sits in front of him on the train, and he literally pulls a pocket knife out and stands up and stabs her to death. It's horrible, man. Example number 2 of terror in Seattle. This is wild. It's on my social media page. Guy pulls up to a drive-thru, gets coffee. Sexual predator arrested for first-degree attempted kidnapping of a barista. Caught on video outside of Seattle. Had just been released from jail on cashless bail. In this video, he's at the drive-thru. She tries to hand him coffee. He tries to physically pull her through the window to assault her. Just released on cashless bail, Jim. Sickening.
How do they not deem him a threat to society or to the public? Like, they don't care. They don't care what the results are going to be. They don't care what their decisions, what comes of their decisions. You know, the Judge Sizemores of our country, they don't follow the rules of law. They don't follow the guidelines. They change the law by deeming career criminals for every crime they commit incompetent to stand trial. And they hold it across the board. So we can't even get kids charged in Allegheny County. So, you know, one of the greatest examples right here in our time, career juvenile criminal machine Aaron Reddick facing charges, adult charges, Act 33, for a mass shooting in East Liberty.
Right.
In June. He shoots 4 people, was in a stolen car from a carjacking with 4 other juvenile criminals. Everybody got stolen guns on them. And the oldest one in the car at the time, I think, was what, 15, 16, maybe? Okay. So Aaron Reddick was involved in several gun store robberies, several stolen cars, drove stolen cars into buildings, stole 100-plus guns, fired guns in the stores, involved in gunfights on the street, okay? No charges in Allegheny County.
Come on,
none.
Man. Come on.
0.
Come on.
Because they incompetent to stand trial. They do not go through the court system. Aaron Reddick gets arrested in Mercer for robbing one gun store. They set him down for a year. He gets out, comes down, hooks up with the Kia boys who've been stealing guns and cars and everything else.
Right.
What do? They go out and they shoot 4 people. So that's 4 people that didn't need shot, that shouldn't have got shot. And maybe they ought to go talk to Judge Sizemore and see what she's willing to do about it.
They do it with impunity, brother. They do.
It's this thing. It's so heartbreaking. You know, that poor girl, my goodness, she's looking for a second chance in life. She's leaving a country in a war zone to live here and peacefully sit on a train, like we talked about. You know, it's going to be somebody's mother, their sister, their cousin, their brother, their girlfriend, whatever, okay? Here it's some innocent girl who's just trying to build a life for herself, and this criminal, disgusting animal is out on the streets because he said he won't do it again. When is society just going to rise up and say enough is enough? My phone blows off the hook when I get off the phone with you. It's blowing up right now. I got 25 texts at least right now. People are furious. Everybody's aware of what's going on. Everybody's aware that nothing's being done. Anna Murata is complaining about money, but she still has $1 million set aside in a bond to pay the criminals when you go to jail, $124 a month. You get paid to be a criminal in Allegheny County. She's disgusting.
This beautiful blonde, her looks don't matter, but it's relevant to you can't believe that she's dead. She literally sits down on a train and starts reading a book, and then the next minute and a half she's dead, bleeds to death.
She represents innocence. She represents your everyday girl on the street. You know, could you imagine your daughter coming home from work and then you get that call?
And then the mayor of Charlotte kind of sort of defends this guy that he needs mental health treatment. Maybe so, but he was out on the same kind of crap that all these other clowns are out on. Nothing.
Yeah. They don't want to give them mental health. They don't want to incarcerate them. They don't want to do anything to upset their day. You know, it's easier just to let them go out on the streets and do whatever it is that they want to do. They have free reign to terrorize the city. So I'm surprised nobody filed lawsuits for wrongful death and everything else.
We got to get that going. We got to do something. Sometimes that's the only solution. Yeah. Jimbo, thanks, brother. Thank you.
How I get restitution for my car.
I'm all in, man. Anything he needs. He's the best going.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
So, NASCO Roofing. Here's why I love NASCO. First of all, woman needed a roof and her husband. Horrible situation with the roof. Massive hole on the roof. Massive. No one would fix it. $20,000 plus job. Jerry Nasseri, NASCO Roofing, fix it for free. For free. The work is unbelievable. The warranty, the work, the labor, guaranteed. Absolutely the best products, the best staffing, the best pricing, the best service, and they care. NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000. NASCO, 412-373-2000.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This one I got to pay attention to, and I'm telling you why, because it's getting cold, and we got a couple cranky old, beat-up old windows. Our house is 80 years old. Why wouldn't we? So you got to check out Universal Windows Direct, because listen to this. You buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. No limit, folks. And even better, 0% financing for 3 years. No interest, no pressure, and a bonus, $500 off the entire project when you schedule now. So, schedule now. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct right now. 412-545-6003. Look, they're got this technology in them. They keep the cold air out. They keep the warm air in. And I'm serious about this. Legit. Their incredible reputation, professional installation. They handle everything with care and precision and attention to detail. Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Just a few minutes from now, Apple will host its first product launch of the year, calling today's event awe-dropping. Expected to unveil a new iPhone 17 lineup, including an ultra-thin iPhone Air with a new design on the back and a substantial upgrade to the camera. Also look for an updated iPhone watch line and new earbuds. U.S. job growth last year, a lot slower than originally reported. Over 900,000 fewer jobs were added in the year leading up to this past March, and that is not good for the economy, but it is bolstering bets that the Fed will lower interest rates when it meets next week, and with that, stocks are a little higher. The Dow is up about 0.25% right now. The NASDAQ and the S&P both up a very small fraction. DoorDash is teaming up with Ace Hardware stores for quick home delivery of all the tools and paint and household essentials you need. Meantime, Uber Eats has teamed up with Ulta Beauty stores to deliver its goods through the Uber Eats platform. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I just can't wrap my arms around any of this anymore. The situation with the woman who was stabbed to death is where we're at, man. Hey, that's no different than the wonderful cop who was jogging along the trails here, Montour Trail. No different. Homeless guy with a series of mental illness issues and crimes, drugs. It's just, and that person was out living in a tent along the trail and jumped out of the weeds along the Montour Trail. The wonderful, wonderful cop would jog every day, and then when he was done jogging, he would go home and shower, and then he'd see his little girl come home from school. And he didn't come home one day because he was stabbed to death. And he's dead. And by the way, that same guy had been arrested on a similar charge years prior, not in Pittsburgh, near Harrisburg. I mean, it's just where we're at. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't understand what's going on and why we can't wrap our arms around the truth here. I get the whole, here's the whole philosophy behind no bonds, if you want a quick Cliff Notes version. The argument is, and there's some data to back this up, is that most of the folks who are in jail on bond can't afford to bond out, and most of them are in there for low bond, and they don't have 10 cents. And most of them are in for kind of trivial crimes, and that's true too. So what happens is your average poor person, I'm being blunt here, who gets arrested 45 times at CVS, and by the way, that happens, ends up in jail with no bond. Finally, they end up in jail. And they're kept there until their trial, so they can end up in jail for a year and a half and spend more time without a trial because they had no bond than they would have if they were convicted. That's the argument. Okay? Fine. There's some merit to some of that. But there's no merit to mentally ill, dangerous men and women with priors sleeping in tents on a trail who've already attacked and stabbed people to be out there again with the apparatus to do it again and the mental instability to do it again. There just isn't. And the man who stabbed that poor woman to death that I'm talking about from Charlotte, there just isn't. Or the man who tried to pull the woman, you'd have to see the video, it's on social. Pull the woman. He tried to pull her through the drive-through window. If I'm lying, I'm freaking dying. You know what he said? He was sorry he had a lapse in judgment. Did he now? You know what? Some friggin' woke judges say, hey, we're cool, man. Just don't do it again, bro. I mean, you think Marty Griffin's full of crap, and that's hyperbole. The judge in the case of the man who stabbed that innocent woman to death on the train told him, I'm going to read this. Hold on, let me find it. She decided to release this man because he wrote her a written promise. This is all in court papers. That he would return, he wouldn't do this again. Oh, he's back. But he's back now as a murderer with blood on his hands and the judges. That doesn't help. Woman's dead.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, I hear this all the time, and folks get scared about their debt. If you're struggling with your debt, give my friends at Harold, Shepley & Associates a call. Right, Harold?
Absolutely. We have offices throughout Pennsylvania, but you never need to come into the office. It's always a free consultation, and there's no travel required, so there's no reason to pick up the phone and not give us a call.
And don't hide from it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be ashamed. You want to get back on your feet and you need some help.
Check them out, ShepleyLaw.com.
Contemplating retirement but worried you can't afford it because of high health care insurance costs? Dina Schmidt and her team at One Health Benefits will guide you on what's best for your retirement health care needs. One Health Benefits has been providing customized health benefit choices to retirees for over 2 decades. You'll probably be pleasantly surprised about the affordable options from One Health Benefits. Call today, 724-799-8873 or learn more at onehealthbenefits.com. It's the perfect time to refresh your home before the holidays with LaChina Drapery and Blind Factory, your local experts in custom window treatments. Call LaChina today for free convenient shop-at-home service, 412-665-4900, or visit lachinadrapery.com.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions. I am so excited to offer this back-to-school special on all draperies made right here in Pittsburgh. Several fabrics are up to 50% off, so call 724-933-5500 or book online for a free shop-at-home appointment, nestexpressions.com. We would love to meet you in our new gallery on Village Run Road in Wexford, nestexpressions.com.
Well, folks, fall is fast approaching, and the September Weiner Wellness Weekend is the 19th and 20th with workshops from 10 to 2 on Friday and Saturday featuring Dr. Tracy Stroop, Dr. Len Branswitz, and Dr. Dennis Courtney. A delicious, healthy lunch will be provided from 11 to 2, and, of course, lots of samples, healthy treats, all in honor of Jamie Dorley's birthday. The discounts on your favorite supplements start August 25th. All of this is the World of Wellness, 2419 Baldwick Road, Pittsburgh. That's 2419 Baldwick Road, Pittsburgh.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 72 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. The roof and part of the front of an apartment building collapsed this morning in a 4-alarm fire in Squirrel Hill. Flames and heavy smoke were pouring from the roof of the Jefferson Apartments in the 5600 block of Forward Avenue. Public safety confirms all residents have been accounted for and there were no injuries. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has been on the scene all morning, and she joins us live with the very latest. Tamira.
Yes.
Go right ahead, please.
Okay. Okay, Paul. Things are a little bit calmer now as I'm standing right across the street. The fire continues to billow, but it started around 8:30 this morning, and now it's going into its 5th hour. The flames continue to rekindle. This intense blaze caused a large portion of the roof to collapse as well as part of the front of the building. Fire Chief Daryl Jones tells KDKA Radio's Marty Griffin the status of the situation.
We are going to be here for a while. There are no injuries at this time. The residents are being taken care of by both the Red Cross and the Salvation Army, and the crews on scene are getting rehab according to our policy, and everything is going as well as can be expected.
Officials say there was also an electrical fire in the basement, and they did not know at this time how the fire started. The Red Cross is assisting residents seeking shelter at the Howard and Sally Levin Clubhouse on Murray Avenue. Live in Squirrel Hill, Tamira Rush on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
2 Sewickley men are going to prison for 6 to 12 years for torturing a 62-year-old man in his home. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has more.
Noah Sadowski and Dylan Morris, both in their 30s, pleaded guilty in June to aggravated assault, robbery, burglary, conspiracy, and other crimes. Court paperwork says the pair ambushed John Olson at his home on Little Street in April of 2024. He was on the back porch when they pushed him inside, threw him to the floor, and handcuffed and gagged him. The men burned Olson with cigarettes, superglued his eyes, cut his face with a knife, held a gun to his head, and urinated on him, torturing Olson for hours.
Sadowski and Morris also stole the World War II service medals Olson's father was awarded. Pittsburgh Regional Transit is considering a similar waiver request. Senator Jay Costa told KDKA Radio he's encouraging PRT to tap $140 million to fund operations for 2 years and prevent route cuts and fare increases. PRT spokesperson Adam Brandoff called it a stopgap measure that won't solve a looming $100 million operating deficit. Arnold's police chief has resigned after being charged with theft, evidence tampering, and obstruction. Josh Stanga allegedly took cash from a stolen vehicle during an undercover operation. Stanga was placed on administrative leave in August of last year. Rob House, who has been the officer in charge, will be named Arnold's new chief at today's council meeting. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 123 points, the Nasdaq up 30. The S&P 500 is up 8 points. KDKA Sports, Pirates open a series in Baltimore tonight. First pitch set for 6:35. Mike Tomlin met with the media today, and he said Deshaun Elliott has an MCL sprain and will miss 2 to 3 weeks. And several sources have reported that the Steelers have signed former Browns and Patriots safety Jabril Peppers. Steelers play the home opener Sunday against Seattle. KDK Radio News Time is 1:03. Recently lost your health insurance or don't have insurance through an employer? Call One Health Benefits today at 724-799-8873 for affordable options. Right now, sunny and 72 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Summers in Pittsburgh are great, but you don't want to spend it painting, so do what Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home's built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint. And the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house. All the pillars, and once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
And right now, you can get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price. Plus, there's more great news. Rhino Shield has partnered with Green Sky Financing to offer affordable monthly payments with 0% interest loans to qualified customers.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and that would be the way to go.
And here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
Call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint. Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will stay sunny with a high of 75, then clear, low 50 tonight. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow. Sunny otherwise, high 77 tomorrow. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Every day, younger women are diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer. And every day, a Glimmer of Hope Foundation is there, funding research, supporting patients, and providing hope right here in our Pittsburgh community. Since 1994, Glimmer of Hope has donated more than $7 million to local hospitals and research initiatives, thanks to the generosity of people like you. Help us support and celebrate Glimmer of Hope and attend our Handbag Happy Hour. This event is September 25th at Rival in Washington. Tickets are available at KDKAradio.com, Y108.com, and StarPittsburgh.com.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
There is clearly a two-sided narrative to the immigration issue in this country. And by the way, for folks who are pickled pinch about folks being cuffed and sent out of the country, fine. But we're getting jacked around, man. The labor force is screwed right now. I mean, last report in the Wall Street Journal says that 1.2 million immigrants have been removed from the labor force, and then now the jobs numbers say it's even worse. I'm not tying this into the economy. I'm just telling you, man, Actions have consequences. Now they're suggesting that manufacturing, they've laid off like 70,000 people, maybe 100,000 plus in manufacturing. This just broke. Much of it because of tariffs and immigration arrests. It's the snowball starts small and then it rolls downhill and it gets momentum. So believe me, for the zealots who say the law is the law, cuff them, bag them, deport them, fine. But actions have consequences. There is also this narrative that it's kind of vulgar and intrusive and obnoxious and predatory. Their words, not mine. For ICE agents to troll, as they put it, Home Depots. One in Cranberry to find illegals and arrest them. And then there's this clip that has the whole country talking. These are women in Range Rovers aggressively going after ICE agents arresting illegals at a Home Depot. Listen.
Push me. You're taking him before I can take a phone number from him?
You need to stop.
You need to stop kidnapping people off the street. 100%. You just dragged him away when I'm trying to call his family for him.
We're making an arrest. You need to stay
Show me your arrest warrant then. Show me your arrest warrant.
I don't need to show you anything.
Yeah, because you're a liar.
You're not an interested party. You have no right to see that.
Stop! You guys are kidnapping people off the street.
We good? Yep.
Yeah, because what? Because someone came over to help them. You have to rush and get them in the car.
You're being obnoxious in a lady.
Not being obstructive. You're being obnoxious.
This is 100%. 100%.
You guys have no conscience.
Yep.
If you're doing something right, take your mask off then. Yeah, you're cowards.
And unmarked cars.
Don't come in. I was trying to help them and you have to hurry up and get out of here. Watch out.
They lost it.
Are these more people in unmarked cars? Yep. Yeah, just trying to run us over. It's just all these vehicles, just unmarked cars.
Yeah, show your face if you're get out of our fucking city. Yeah, what the hell out?
It's awful.
Find a job that you can feel
All right, we get the point. It's awful for a number of reasons. Number one, it mischaracterizes federal agents. Quite frankly, they're being told what they're being told, man. That's their gig. The mask stuff is ignorant. It is. I've been at this a while, man. This is what guys that don't want their face shown do, because if their face shows, a couple things happen. The people they're trying to arrest know them. And then what happens is, in social media now, what happens is these folks circulate this on social media, then they know where their wife is, they know where their kids go to school, and you saw what happened to that woman in a stupid little baseball at a Phillies game. I'm just saying, destroyed her life. This is where we're at. This is the landscape. And finally, it's a bit odd, because I've been at this a while, for federal agents to sit in parking lots of Home Depot and Lowe's waiting for a guy to show up who might be illegal. But they're doing what they're told, and that's what they're told to do. In the middle of this are guys that do the right thing for a living and see all of this at a confluence at his law office. Joseph Patrick Murphy. It's a crap show for 100 reasons, isn't it, my man?
Indeed it is, Marty. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, man, you see that video with the women in the Range Rovers and their self-righteousness, and you defend these people who are arrested. But how do you respond to that rhetoric, sir?
Well, obviously there's a lot of emotion around this subject. People have been fed some rather silly talking points, like an arrest is a kidnapping, and then they act on that because they think they're preventing a kidnapping. They're not preventing a kidnapping. You're interfering with the enforcement of our laws, and you're not allowed to do that. You become a criminal too. These people do need advocates, and they need trained advocates. People like me, not people who think the client's being kidnapped, but they understand he's been arrested, and they know what the rights are. But you don't have a right, no matter how angry you are, to get mixed up trying to interfere with law enforcement. And much like my admonition against not running from immigration officers, not fooling with them in the conduct of their duties, you'll get hurt. the sooner or later, one of these people is going to create enough confusion that somebody runs. There's people being tackled. These are armed agents. They're trained. I don't think this is a good idea for any of these people. It's just a show of outrage, and it's really rather childish and also very dangerous. So please don't do that. There's plenty of great lawyers. Even me, I do them sometimes on the cuff pro bono when it's necessary, when I believe a real injustice is being done. There's plenty of people to help.
In fact, you experienced this firsthand. ICE swooped in and snatched one of your clients who took off, and you thought someone was going to get hurt. You were concerned.
Well, because once there's someone makes a break for it, so to speak, it becomes an incredibly kinetic event, like a movie sped up. And there's not a lot of judgment happening. The normal judgment that, especially those people in that clip you showed, the restraint and judgment they're expecting of those officers. I guess there's less of an opportunity to do that when there's a high-speed pursuit. You're chasing someone who's trying to get away. Maybe he's guilty of more than just an immigration violation. In the case you're alluding to, Marty, this man, in an effort to get away from these agents, ran right out into a highway, a busy highway, and 6 agents followed him across it with cars going by, 18-wheelers. I was sure somebody was going to get killed. That luckily didn't result in anyone getting hurt in the highway. But something like that, these people that are harassing ICE agents trying to do their duty, the person being arrested somehow gets the idea that it's a good idea to make a break, and now these activists maybe get rolled over. Some of these ICE agents are pretty big guys. The women in that video look to be about 120 pounds. If somebody accidentally ran into you at that kind of size differential, it would be expensive. Of course, these activists, then they would blame ICE for being too rough on them. So it's a mess. Stop doing that. It's not a good idea, and it's not really accomplishing anything except straining police and community relations.
Hey, man, what happened to the client they snagged from you? What happened?
We talked to him a couple times. I don't know if he's gone yet, Marty, but there's not much we can do.
Right
Once you've attacked a federal officer, almost all the defenses that we could do are up in smoke. There's a lot of mercy in the world. This particular guy, had he not done that, might have been a pretty good candidate for that. He has a pretty sick child at home he's trying to get medical for. But once you start hitting police officers and things, the ability to get the kind of exercise of discretion, because that's what it is. You'd ask a judge for a break, and the judge gets to do that. He gets to make a judgment. Is this guy worth giving a break to? And normally a request for a break like that is supported by records of long life here in the United States, paying taxes, a criminal background check, maybe even something from the pastor. He comes every Sunday. But, I don't know how much of that you would need to outweigh things like running from police and fighting with them. I mean, again, that's what's been reported. I was there. I didn't see an actual fight, but I did see the man run from police.
Sir. Joseph Patrick Murphy, a great immigration attorney. So, changing gears, but still important.
Sure.
Tell me what happened with this PDF, this Justice Department document and visas. Important stuff. Tell me what happened,
This
sir.
is a very big deal. The case came down on Friday afternoon. A lot of times interesting news comes out on Friday afternoon to get around the news cycle. The case is called Matter of Yajuri Hurtado. Yajuri is spelled Y-A-J-U-R-E. There's been a lot of dispute in the immigration courts about what immigrants are eligible to be bonded out of detention. Okay. Historically, that's been an analysis of how they got into the country, whether they're a risk to public safety and whether they're a risk of flight from the court system. So a lot of people would get arrested and they'd be defending against a deportation with a marriage or an asylum. And you're arguing about where they are while they do that. Well, the Board of Immigration Appeals, which makes it binding a precedent, issued this Yajuri case, and it says, unless you entered with a visa, you're not eligible for bail under any circumstances. That means that if you get caught by ICE and you entered without a visa, you're not getting out. That includes, and this is not just the, so to speak, this is millions of people. It's not just the border jumpers. Okay, there's probably conservative estimate 10 million of those, but it's everybody who came in on the Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela parole programs. 110,000 Cubans, 211,000 Haitians, 93,000 Nicaraguans, 117,000 Venezuelans, That's another 450,000
Wow.
people. Also, everybody who entered on Uniting for Ukraine, because that's a parole program. That's not a visa program. Another 250,000 people there. So, there's a lot of people here. They entered illegally. They filed asylum. They're subject to this too. Unless you had an actual visa, if you entered any other way, if ICE arrests you, you're not getting out. You can still make defenses, but you're going to be making them from inside jail.
Wow.
And, yeah. And an immigration jail is better than most. They keep a little bit higher standard because they're not really criminals. They're detainees. But it's still more fun to be free in Latin America than in a jail.
Oh, yeah.
Up in Phillipsburg.
My man, is
so
this
a lot of people sign themselves out.
Has this had an immediate impact on your practice, sir? Immediate.
Oh, my God. It was complete. I'm sure lots of other practices. You've got a new law. You've got clients that are vulnerable.
Yeah.
You've got groups that you advocate for that are vulnerable. I was up at 5 a.m. Saturday producing flyers, brochures, ran around all day distributing them. I had to do briefs for clients. I worked all day Sunday.
Wow.
And I've been at it nonstop today, too. You've got people, some of whom were denied before the new rule, some of the clients that got denied now want discounts because the law changed. And I explained to the one lady, well, your brother was eligible for bail when you hired me and when I argued it and when it was denied.
Wow.
The law changed 2 days later.
Oh, man.
If the law changed before I did work, I would have called you up and given your money back. But that case is over. So, yeah, there's that. There's client relations. There's fairness to people. There's ethical rules about that. Lawyers aren't allowed to take money. Like if I know someone entered without a visa, I shouldn't be taking their money for a bond hearing. Unless it's to try and argue for a change in policy.
It's unbelievable.
But yeah, that's a lot of people.
Millions.
Everybody who came over the border, all those people who are way through the border under Biden, God knows how many million of them there are, they're all at risk too. If ICE gets them, they're not getting out. This is a system, by the way, unless they're going to be building a lot of space. Right now, ICE can hold about 63,000 people at any given time. Wow. Where are they going to put all these people? They don't have that kind of space. It's not designed. Right. It's not designed for this many people.
Joseph Patrick Murphy, great stuff. Appreciate you, my man.
Last minute update, Marty. I'll give you
crazy times
on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contrast. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan. $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, ShopRite, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
So I talked to John Perry over the weekend from Perry Calder Law Firm. John has doctors on his staff to investigate medical malpractice cases. John has the biggest settlements at Perry Calder of any firm in this region. John has the track record. John sits down with families. He's met with my friends and my family members on cases. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. 412-281-4200. Perry Calder.
There is treatment for neuropathy. I'm Dr. Dawn Spalla. At Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine, we treat neuropathy patients daily. No drugs, no surgery, just relief. Call 724-224-2224 for a free consultation in our Sarver or Brackenridge locations.
A fire, it can change everything in seconds, but ServiceMaster of Greater Pittsburgh is ready 24/7 to help restore what matters most. From smoke damage to full rebuilds, their experts are trained, trusted, and ready to work with your insurance. Fire damage? Demand the yellow van. And get back to normal? faster.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Celebrate September with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at $129 and take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com and take advantage of these huge savings. Zero Res.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I see all this coming in evolving. If you're an immigrant, your rights are gone. I'm not suggesting they deserve special treatment or different treatment or whatever, but he just said it. Huh. Man, if you don't come in on a visa, you're cooked. I mean, wow. And maybe that makes sense. Cut to the chase. Why mess with it? Why mess with it? Why mess with it? I mean, if you're the federal government, why mess with the minutiae as they see it? Huh? I wouldn't. And for the general public, I see 2 schools of thought. Number 1, the woman at the going crazy at the Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever the hell they are. They do the same at both. They see these guys. They know these guys. They work around these guys. They get upset. I get it. And then folks who go to these restaurants, they see these employees hauled out there. They get upset. I get it. I get it. I get all of it. I also see the Fed side. Boss calls you, says, "My man, here's the list. You go get this person on the list." "Yes, sir. See you at 5. Enjoy your day." And that's what they do. There is that narrative that we were all told and convinced that we would just be arresting murderers, rapists, and drug dealers, and that narrative changed. I get that too. That dynamic has changed. And now we're seeing the blowback on the economy, and it's big. I think Patrick pointed it out, and I saw it, more than 1.2 million immigrants out of the economy. That's a problem. It's a big, big friggin' problem. And the jobs report says, as a result, manufacturers are laying people off. So now we face those consequences. As Joseph Patrick Murphy said, it's a big old, very complex issue with significant moving parts. However, one thing I can tell you, if you see ICE guys and they're trying to arrest someone, get the blank out of their way. Don't be all Joan of Arc or Martha Stewart or whoever the hell you think you are that day. Judge Judy. I'm serious. Let them do their thing and you do yours. Drive away in your Range Rover. Cry when you get home that you might have to cut your own lawn.
Planning a vacation can be fun, but don't get taken by service fees and processing fees. SWAC Vacations lets you book direct. SWAC owns its own properties. The price you see is the price you pay. Michael Bartley here. My friend Jeff is the owner of SWAC, and you can trust you're going to get the best deal possible. That means more money for your family trip to Myrtle Beach, a luxury lodge in Deep Creek, or that massive Outer Banks house with room for everyone. Book direct. Save at SWACvacations.com. That's SWACK Vacations.com.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 30% and get 18-month no-interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 73 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The roof and part of the front of an apartment building collapsed this morning in a 4-alarm fire in Squirrel Hill. Flames and heavy smoke were pouring from the roof of the Jefferson Apartments in the 5600 block of Forward Avenue. Public safety confirms all residents have been accounted for and there were no injuries. The Red Cross and Salvation Army are assisting displaced residents with their immediate needs. Pittsburgh Fire Chief Darrell Jones assessed the situation.
We are going to be here for a while. There are no injuries at this time. The residents are being taken care of by both the Red Cross and the Salvation Army, and the crews on scene are getting rehab according to our policy, and everything is going as well as can be expected.
There are some traffic issues, so certainly keep that in mind if you're traveling in that area. Pittsburgh police and the FBI are investigating after several local synagogues have received threatening letters. We have more from News Radio KDK's David Bolorado.
Pittsburgh police say they're working with the FBI after a number of local synagogues received letters that contained vague threats against the Pittsburgh Jewish community. The Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh says while the letters are deeply disturbing, they want to assure the Jewish community that safety and security remain their top priority. Echoing that, a statement from Alan Hausman, the president of Tree of Life Synagogue, who said safety and security are their top priorities as they gear up to celebrate the upcoming Jewish holidays. The Federation says it continues to monitor the situation closely and is working to ensure that all Jewish institutions remain protected. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
Governor Josh Shapiro approved a $394 million funding shift to prevent SEPTA services cuts. Will Pittsburgh Regional Transit seek the same opportunity? News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has those details.
Senator Jay Costa tells the Big K Morning Show that both PRT and SEPTA can ask the state for access to capital investment funds and use the money for operations.
They're only allowed to do that once every year, and that's what's happening in Philadelphia. So SEPTA Systems asked the Secretary of Transportation to allow them to use capital dollars for operating for this upcoming year.
Costa says the request for $140 million in capital funds will offset route reductions and fare increases for the next 18 months to 2 years. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 151 points, the NASDAQ up 36, the S&P 500 is up 10 points. KDK Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine? We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. You can transform your life Check us out at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Hi, folks. I'm with our good friend John Diagardi from Rome Monument. John, you were telling me earlier that people really should not rush into choosing a memorial for their loved one. Now, why is that?
We found that families need to take ample time to grieve first. Grief is not something that we get over, but rather something that we learn to live with. So the length of time to grieve varies from person to person.
You mentioned that the monument can't be placed right away.
That's right. There are certain things that need to take place before a monument can be installed. So it's really worth taking time to think about how to plan and design a memorial that truly reflects a person's life. It's actually a healing activity that helps to alleviate grief.
John, this makes a lot of sense.
It does. And when the time is right to proceed, not only can Rome Monument help families choose and design their memorial, we can help them save as much as 50% by eliminating the middleman.
Thanks, John. Folks, you can learn more by simply visiting RomeMonuments.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine and nice this afternoon. We'll have a high of 75, then clear tonight, low 50. Patchy fog late tonight and early tomorrow, otherwise sunny, high 77. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us Wednesday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10 in our 7 o'clock hour, our weekly visit with Rich Fitzgerald, a preview of another Artificial Intelligence Summit.
The ignorance of the violence in America. While people watch, while it all burns down, it's bizarre. This Ukrainian refugee who was stabbed to death on this train, we've been talking about this. The video's all over social. A mentally ill guy calmly sits down behind her. She's reading a damn book. She's skinny, tiny little thing. And he stabs her in the neck and just gets up and walks away. And then she sits there. They show her face, and she's silently horrified with blood coming out onto her hands. And I'm describing this. She died. There's a couple things that jump out at you. Number one, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people within 4 feet of her. Not one of them reacts. A man stabs a woman in the neck. And they friggin' sat there. One woman like, oh, yeah, okay. It's disgusting, man. It's so... Look, I ain't no hero, but I'm going after my man. It's game. I got to. And it's at least try and save this woman and a pressure pointer. She bled out. They sat there, man. I mean, the it's not my business thing. Yeah, it kind of is. So there's several factors. Number one, the friggin' judges that let this guy out, they should be in jail. Number two, the citizens that ignored this, let's hope they never need someone. They should be ashamed. It's disgusting. We got to do better, man. That poor thing's dead. It goes back to how I started the show this morning, man. These two adopted parents pulled their kids' teeth out with friggin' pliers. And no one knew? No one. For a year. No one. Bull crap. We got to do something, man. And on a real basic level, beyond at the real simple level, some clown dumped a whole truckload of crap right on the street on the south side. I posted it. And all you jagoffs, hey, it's a flea market. Shut up. Go away. For all the jagoffs out there with that kind of attitude, I'd like to dump that on your lawn. It's my whole thing. When I see some moron dumping a bag of McDonald's or throwing a cigarette butt out the window, I want to put that trash in their bed, on their lawn. And that trash, massive furniture, clothing, sat there for days. Rich Shupka, unofficial mayor of the South Side. All of it is so damn aggravating, is it not, my man?
Oh, absolutely, Marty. It's terrible.
All right, so this crap, truckload or whatever the hell it is, was dumped about 100 yards from your business.
Yeah, the old Majorca's parking lot right there on 23rd and Carson.
So someone didn't give a damn at all.
Not at all.
So we posted. 50,000 people watched it, and some said they were going to clean that up. Did they clean it up, sir?
I drove by about 2 hours ago. I didn't. It was still there. Everything was still there. There's scavengers going through everything over there now. Trying to anything of value they're taking.
How about Public Works? Anyone from the city clean it up? No attempt at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, they Gainey hired an extra 200 public work guys. I don't know where they're at.
It's annoying as hell, isn't it?
It sure is. Every time you turn around, it's a different situation.
Wow. And this is a lot of stuff. I'd call it like a truckload, right?
Yeah. I mean, it goes for like 40, 45 feet of all debris, and there's papers and clothing and furniture, everything.
My man, I'm putting the word out again. Somebody has to step up and do their damn job and clean it up. Wouldn't that make sense, sir? You
would think that the south side, I mean the city of Pittsburgh, they said they're taking care of Southside. Well, they know, everybody knows about it, and it's still there.
It's part and parcel to what I'm talking about here. No one wants to take responsibility for anything, do they, sir?
Exactly right. It's always somebody else's fault.
The drugs.
Especially in the city of Pittsburgh and Allegheny County.
The drugs, the alcoholism, the crime committed by the homeless. Just move it around. Don't address it. That's what we see, don't we?
We've been dealing with the violence and the homelessness and the violence in Southside for 6 years now, and it's still here.
Thanks, brother. I'm going to put the word out again. Let me know if it changes. All right.
Thank you, Marty.
All right, man. Seems to me that someone in public works should say, "Hey, get a truck and pick that crap up." Same exact thing happened last week. We reported the same exact thing in a different neighborhood. It just sits there. What neighborhood was that, Patrick? Huh?
Knoxville.
Knoxville. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. No one gives a damn. Public Works, dump trucks, employees sitting around. Why? You tell me.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions. I am so excited to offer this back-to-school special on all draperies made right here in Pittsburgh. Several fabrics are up to 50% off, so call 724-933-5500 or book online for a free shop-at-home appointment. NestExpressions.com. We would love to meet you in our new gallery on Village Run Road in Wexford. NestExpressions.com.
Go between the hash marks and get your football fix every Thursday evening at 6 with the Bowser Chevrolet Quest for the Best High School Football Show live from Dave & Buster's. Dan Zangrilli and the Dean of High School Sports, Mike White, break it all down. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet and brought to you by Diulis Law and by Guardian Protection, your hometown home and business security company. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hello, it's Lena Dunham. I host a podcast called The C Word with my dearest friend and historian of bad behavior, Alyssa Bennett.
What is up?
It's a chat show about women whose society is called crazy.
We're going to be rediscovering the stories of women's society dismissed by calling them mad, sad, or just plain bad.
Listen to and follow The C Word with Lena Dunham and Alyssa Bennett. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer storms can spell disaster for your roof and more. At Home Genius Exteriors, we stop the damage before it starts. Call now during our summer savings event and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, get no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
This one I got to pay attention to, and I'm telling you why, because it's getting cold, and we got a couple cranky old, beat-up old windows. Our house is 80 years old. Why wouldn't we? So you got to check out Universal Windows Direct, because listen to this. You buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. No limit, folks. And even better, 0% financing for 3 years. No interest, no pressure, and a bonus, $500 off the entire project when you schedule now. So schedule now. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct right now. 412-545-6003. Look, they're got this technology in them. They keep the cold air out. They keep the warm air in. And I'm serious about this. Legit. Their incredible reputation, professional installation. They handle everything with care and precision and attention to detail. Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003.
Hey, it's Hader Filipponi. A lot of Pittsburghers have a problem, and boy, do I have a solution. If your garage floor looks awful, bad concrete, cracked, you've got peeling epoxy, paint that's yucky, call Comer & Cross Concrete Floors now during their end-of-year garage sale at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Right now, you're going to get the best price of the year, guaranteed, starting with $750 off. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It never cracks or chips like an epoxy or paint job. They'll make it so easy. They're in and out in one day. They're going to fix your garage floor cracks and pits perfectly the first time around. And here's a big one. No subcontractors. These are people that are qualified. They know what they're doing. They're even going to take the stuff out of the garage for you. So now is the time to call Comer & Cross for your best price of the year, guaranteed. They're going to start with $750 off during their end-of-year garage sale. So here's the number to remember, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to COMERcross.com.
So, in the time I've known Bob Tootie, his company, Tootie Mechanical, has put 400 free furnaces in homes. I'm serious. That's where they begin at Tootie Mechanical. I've known Bob since high school. He's been that way since high school. The best service, the biggest heart, the greatest facilities and equipment, they use it there. Tootie Mechanical. It's an amazing place. All about family and helping. 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000.
Wednesday night at 10, join us for I'm Listening, a special Odyssey program featuring some of the biggest names in news, sports, and music, and some of the most respected mental health professionals. Hosted by Carson Daly with Katie Neal. Talk saves lives. For more information, visit imlistening.org.
Brought to you by the Prasad Center, advancing the mental health needs of the region with pride and promise for over 50 years.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I spend just about every night now at UPMC Montefiore with my sister Barb, who is fighting the fight, pancreatic cancer. The greatest nurses, the greatest doctors, the greatest attentive staff I've ever been around. Every single hour, every single staff member dedicated to her fight against the warrior from hell, I call it, pancreatic cancer. UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My boy Jim sent me a note. Society is fed up. Is it? Is it really? Didn't seem that way in that train. If you see the video on social, it's all over X, and I posted it. Everybody has. She gets stabbed in the neck, and then 5 or 6 people just sit there. I'm not asking him to tackle a guy with a gun or a knife, because he moves to the front of the train. And they didn't even get him till he got off the train. I'm asking someone to get the blank up and apply some friggin' pressure on her neck and save her life. She was alive. She was sitting there. It's hard to look at. In shock, covering the wound. Tiny, tiny thing. 5 people at least sat there looking around. If I'm lying, I'm dying. So is it fed up, Jim? I don't know. Are you? Yeah. Would you do something? Oh yeah. You would do something mighty. Would I? Yeah. I'm not saying I'm going all Tom Cruise. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if the guy runs, fine. I'm applying pressure on that wound. I'm taking my hoodie off and calling 911 and screaming for a doctor. Fast. I'm doing that. I would think that would be what the 5 people sitting there would want to do, but I'm serious. You should see. They're completely oblivious. The poor thing covers her face with her mouth, and literally a woman, who's half asleep when she's stabbed, she's literally 1.5 feet, 2 feet away, if you see the video. She looks over, I swear, she looks over and okay. She literally doesn't care. And she's getting up to leave. I guess I'll go. She gets her backpack and gets up to go. Glances over at the woman who's just stabbed in the neck. Patrick, am I correct? She's completely... okay.
If you watch it, it happens so fast. I don't know that I would have reacted any faster. I really don't.
They did nothing. There's 3 people in the back. They're just watching the moon, and they can't see the moon. It's bizarre. And I can't stop with the story out of Fayette. Reported this morning, you heard the DA talking about it. He's amazing. Riddle me this. When's the last time Steve Zappala was on the air at any local television or radio station? Huh? Months. The Fayette County DA has been accessible to all media, bringing them the truth. It's kind of pleasant. It's kind of refreshing to have a leader that leads, who wants to get to the bottom of something and fills in the public that's scared to death and wants to know. That's kind of what we like from a DA. Steve Zappala has not been on this radio station since he needed us well over a year ago to help him get reelected. That's not a political statement of mine. That's a fact. He is a ghost. Find him. Find him. I think he's with Waldo. It's aggravating. But that case for Jim, who says people are fed up, are they? Are they fed up in Fayette County? Those kids were not seen for over a year. By whom? So family members didn't see them starving to death. No one. No one heard the kids scream when they pulled their teeth out with pliers. Okay. No one. No judge, no lawyer, no cop, no mailman, no Amazon guy, no milkman, no one, the paper boy, no one. We sat and watched as they died. It's unacceptable. So is society fed up, Jim? I don't know. Not fed up enough. But let's finish with this. If not but for keenly aware, deeply concerned citizens who saw smoke from that fire this morning, because they're the ones that reported it. The fire alarm did not go off if there was one. There were no sprinklers from a building built in the 30s. So the fire was not reported from inside that building. Citizens who do give a damn called 911. Citizens who do give a damn raced inside to make sure everybody was out, and everybody is. Citizens who do give a damn help firefighters get to the root of where the flames were coming from. And the amazing firefighters still there right now containing that blaze. Look, it's a horrible incident. However, it's a miracle. Not one injury. Not one. And that, my friends, is amazing considering.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020.